Anyway, yeah, it's a slight recap. Where we last left off, y'all just barely got into the library via expert diplomacy. The dice were your friends.
What was it, like 2 nat 20s?
2 nat 20s.
I think everybody else rolled over 15.
Sammy had to re-roll, but after that she rolled above a 15.
I did have to use a mythic point.
Mythic.
That's true, but we were at the end of the session, so it didn't matter.
Yeah.
And none of my mythic abilities affect combat unless somebody decides to lie.
Yeah.
I'm hearing it.
But that doesn't really help with deception.
What?
Like some spells have like deception, like illusory.
Illusory disguise?
Child doesn't like.
Wrong. Wrong soul.
Rhombus soul?
There you go.
No. It goes in the square hole.
Anyway.
I'm just here.
Anyway.
So I guess we're all going to our respective floors. Do we go to our respective floors or do we just stay together?
I'd imagine we would not want to split up.
I do recall some of us were put on the same floor.
I feel like we should all stop by our floors to do the thing we're supposed to do, but then we should also not leave.
Yeah, what are they gonna
Why? Come on.
What are they gonna do? Put a tracker on us? Maybe I should make sure.
They might already do. Have.
They might already have magical trackers on us.
Me when it's twoo.
We search for magical
Does someone
tracers.
have like a detect magic spell or
Sure,
something?
make a. That probably count as
I'm also not on this floor. I'm on the floor.
You can roll
Am I
this.
like third?
We're not
currently
even gone to
together.
the floors yet. We're all
We're all just in the entrance right
My
now.
dice has been complicated.
My friend,
My
If you
friend!
place it on 12, does that count?
Home slash bread slash shit the hell up.
14, I think.
Sorry, I had to.
What's that total?
It's the law.
No,
20.
that's fun. That was really good. I'm sorry. Home slash shut the hell up.
Sorry, it's the first thing that came to mind.
Oh, sorry, that's good.
It's the first.
I love I have that recorded. That's good.
That's the vibe that came to mind. Home slice bread slice. Shut the hell up.
Yeah, you kind of check yourself. You don't seem to sense any like kind of tracking.
He's got a scrunkus?
What?
Who's got a scrunkus?
Did I have a stroke?
What scrunkus do I have?
Sorry,
I'm
I'm
a child?
sorry, I'm excited. I'm in a librarian.
We just got in and I think I had a stroke.
They probably have
They cast immediate cerebral stroke.
Does someone have
It's
a
like
pencil
full
or paper
blood,
or
cast
something?
full
I
blood
think
for
I need to
seconds.
draw a clock.
No.
No.
I have some paper and
Don't you have a thing about not
Literally
lying?
hold. No, I have a thing about not withholding information.
You can use it.
I'm lying, but it's very blatantly obvious. I literally have a notebook.
That's true. Okay.
It's alright.
Why
I
is
have
this boot a snake?
His boots.
because she has a split leg.
my snake.
You've got a boot in your snake.
There's a boot in my snake.
No,
This
there's a
is
snake in my
Jericho.
snake.
Jericho is one
I
of
hope
my
not.
most
Consumption.
sincere chaos gremlins.
Hunger.
Okay,
Like,
I drew a clock. I did not have a stroke. Or is it dementia that's the clock? I don't remember.
I think it's dementia that's a clock.
Can you smell those?
That's what you do when you're
Yeah, I was gonna
asleep.
say stroke is if you smell toast, I think.
Yeah.
Smile.
I don't know if that's a real thing.
Smile. That's the actual one.
That is the actual one.
Connor just wants to look for ghosts.
Look, if you have a stroke, you're supposed to smile because one side of your face is like all.
Yeah, one side of your face droops, so like you can't lift your arm as well. But
That's alright.
Thank you, Gorn.
Ghost.
I rolled
Fun
really low,
facts
so I
with
doubt
the gang.
that.
Fun fact with Watame:
not
if you
bit
have a
high enough.
stroke, smile.
I rolled a 3, but for less
Fun facts with the
2014.
blasphemy gang. If you can't draw a clock, you have
Ghost.
dementia. If you smell toast, you're having a stroke.
The toast one That is apparently a thing, but I don't know how like consistent it is.
I will do a little bit of research.
I
am gonna go and put my recipes in one of them books up there.
Yeah, I feel like we should all walk together, but like stop by each of our floors.
I was floor 3, wasn't I?
I can check.
Thank you.
Are there any?
I thought a lot
You're
of us were.
third floor.
I thought a lot of us were floor 3.
Are there any
No.
like?
I was what, 4th floor?
Are there any guards like?
I'm going to the 5th floor.
Oh, I was 2nd floor then.
No, Nico, those ones are mine.
Jolene's going to the 3rd floor. Mayvana's going to Jolene's 3rd floor. Mayvana's 4th floor. Telios 2nd floor.
No.
Yes. For like, you know,
Oh, you want to put it back?
the different things.
That's right.
5th floor's got the religious
Can you
stuff
put it in
going
right there?
on.
Okay. Do we know what the floor that has the stuff that we're looking for?
The dome.
We're looking for the dude.
Yeah, we're gonna talk to Mr. Man.
Yeah.
But first, I feel like we should do the info things. You know, we said we would do that.
Yeah.
The dome is just like on top of the
So
vaguely
Butters is gonna
pyramidal.
look for any guards or anyone patrolling the hallways.
I'd imagine there's
I
Stacks
can't
on
count, but that's
stacks.
a 20.
There are stacks on stacks. So you enter it
Stacks
and
on
it's
stacks on
got
stacks.
like
I was right.
electric lights kind of lining the bookshelves
Ooh,
basically,
they've got
and it is a
electricity.
very big library.
28 looking for people patrolling.
They
So
are.
as you look around, like there you do see more of like the kind of glass people moving around, kind of like picking out various books, moving books back, so on and so forth. But they don't seem to be like looking
Your
for
dice look
people. They more so
particularly
just seem to
edible.
be like attendants.
Pending the
They look like gummy
information,
worms, but dice shaped.
They do kind of look like gummy worms, actually.
What?
His dice look
Gummy
like
worm dice.
gummy worms, but
They
dice shaped.
they were
Yeah.
a gift by my sister for Christmas.
We know what the stairs
All
are, right?
all 3 of my siblings got dice from different.
So you're
people
going.
for Christmas.
So we'll stop by Telios's floor.
I gave.
What? What
I
did
gave
you
know
my
you
do?
brother
barely walked
dice
in here
for
and you never
Christmas,
got
and
directions.
My brother gave my sister.
So we're
dice for
going to the
Christmas, and my
second
sister
floor.
I
got
guess
for
try to
Telios.
find
You can
the
ask the
stairs.
people for.
Yeah, I feel like we should all stick together because otherwise somebody's gonna get lost.
Ask the people for directions.
Yeah?
Does this look that bad enough?
Walk up to a
No.
fella,
Okay.
Okay.
ask for directions,
I need this. I want to see the Batman signal.
figure out
Okay,
like how to
so
go
it's
up and
zero
down
to
floors.
Batman signal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Switch the bat signal for a duck.
Yeah, you got under the door. They'll probably like know that you're supposed to
Want me to do
go
it?
somewhere in here and be like, the stairs are over that way, and point like kind of off to a far corner.
Thank you.
Squeeze the sight.
Then they just immediately kind of return to.
You are respectable.
They don't seem to like really acknowledge that, but
But they should know. Okay. The stairs are that
Hey,
way.
there's I open soda.
Beast of gluttony.
Hey, there's opens a soda in the library.
Yes, child.
Big 2-liter bottle.
the child cannot have the green.
I don't think that's
Okay, the
green.
ginger ale.
The bottle is green, but I'm pretty sure that
That
liquid
fluid
is yellow.
Very much yellow.
It is
ginger
um
ale.
Yeah.
He's not allowed to
It
do
is
the coloring of green.
That's not green. It's yellow.
he is not
Green.
permitted
Apparently he has allergies to it.
to green.
To green at food color.
To green.
To food color.
I love
Yeah,
when I'm
that makes
allergic
sense,
to
actually.
green.
Al still hates it more than this child will.
What?
Color?
Green.
Green.
Greer.
Greer.
I guess. So we got.
So we got yeah, the stairs
Let-
are over there.
Is there a plaque saying which floor we're on?
I'm assuming we're on the ground floor, which is probably also the first floor.
But it could also have basement floors.
I don't think we need to go there yet. Once I convince the big man, once I ask the big man if I can have ownership, or at least be like, I don't know, would the correct word be heir to the library?
I don't know, man.
We'll go with that.
Magistrate.
We'll start with going to our respective floors together, I think. Talk to the weird guys.
Yeah.
Give some lore, and then go talk to the big man
I like
upstairs.
this plan.
Okie doke.
Don't threaten people too aggressively yet.
No.
That comes later.
So yeah, as you kind of make your way towards the back of the compound, basically, there's just like so many bookcases, like filled with a bunch of books. Some of them in better states than others, but overall still, like, organized seemingly. And like as you get back towards the stairs, it also seems like there's like vague museum elements almost. Like this floor, from what you can tell, is more so based around like historical stuff. So there's like just some old like diagrams of various castles, some like not reenactments, but like kind of dioramas of old like.
They've got the play-by-play of the Civil War,
Yeah, basically.
Hey Sky, does this look done to you? I'm pizza.
They have little toy puppets reenacting Civil War.
Does this look done?
They have a tabletop RPG about the Civil War.
Yeah, we should make that.
They have a list of approved alterations you're allowed to do for it.
Ah, yes. The rulebook. Player's Guide to the Civil War.
Guns and dysentery, let's go.
Mm.
I hope that's done.
Anyway,
Spoinkus and
yeah,
sacrilege.
you make it to the...
Second floor.
Yeah, as you like
Which
also
one is
approach the stairs, you
biology?
see like on this floor there's a little like desk area basically with another one of those attendants just like kind of sitting there. Shockingly still, but they just like kind of there staring ahead.
They're probably one of those that's probably who it's supposed
None
to
of
be.
us were
Going
first
to meet
floor,
the
right?
gays.
No.
So-
The first
We're gonna meet
one
the
we're gonna
gays?
stop at is the second floor.
What?
Victory is
Let's
mine.
go, let's meet the gays! It's Pride Month, baby!
That was just a normal sentence.
Chorus wants to meet the gaze of the person who's
Who is
staring.
Oh, gaze
You look into their eyes and
gaze.
they just like completely don't
He's
even
out of
seem
water.
to like
Oh,
acknowledge
or
that
not,
you stepped
actually.
in front of them. They just
Nico,
kind
there's
of
still
look
water.
through you basically.
Alright. What do I roll for staring contest?
Cat.
What other information
What,
do you think
flat
I should
roll.
add?
Let's
on
see what.
our
Flat
Cat.
roll is
birthday
18.
invitation?
They rolled a 6. They, like, it's hard to tell exactly because this is like a
Okay,
glass
Batman.
person, but little like
Okay, Batman,
glass
I don't know.
eyelids.
No, what-
They're
for
still
birthday
clear, so you can
invitation,
still
what
see their
information
eyes
do you
through it, but it
Do I have
just
everything?
drops slowly
I
over
think
their eyes
got
and
everything.
goes back up.
Date, location.
Chorus, are you
Location and
tormenting
time,
the
that's
good
all they-
people of
Yeah.
the library?
Do I have?
Good.
Do I need more information on the birthday invitation?
At least you stay quiet.
What?
It is a library, so stay quiet.
I have been being quite
I don't think so.
You have to be respectable in a library. That's why I'm never
So up
So-
the stairs.
Yeah, going up to the second floor where Telios is supposed to go because it's like biology, nature stuff.
Yeah.
And he is definitely biology.
Yeah.
We'll say that.
Not nature.
Good biology question.
No,
but
definitely not nature.
No, natural.
Okay, I guess we'll go talk to the
Questions
desk
on natural.
desk jockey
Yeah.
fellow.
desk
Drop more
jockey.
water.
They're on the
Information jockey.
You want me to fill it up?
Do I need more
Okay.
information?
desk. I don't think so.
I have.
They're the BJ.
I have
book
date,
jockey.
time, and location.
No,
Hey,
don't have to say that again.
Can you mess with this spacing?
Oh, I
I
guess that
mean, a
makes you
little
want to.
bit.
Because I'm like,
No.
if the bigger words can be closer together, because they're squishing the smaller words, and it's throwing off my
I'll
vibe.
skin you.
But you don't have to listen to me. That's just my biggest critique.
I already have-
you want some skin?
I already have no.
No.
My skin is just
Let's
fine.
see
Thank
if
you.
I can.
So let's go talk to Mr.
Yes.
Desk of the second floor so
Yeah.
you can tell them about biology and nature.
Improvement.
Nature.
I got
Nature.
this sick protein powder to sell them.
I don't think they're buying.
Is he selling the alpha milk course?
It's just cocaine.
I don't think that has much protein in it, but I could be wrong. I've never tried
I was gonna
it.
say that's also Jolene's job. She's the alchemist.
Just hear me out.
Yeah.
Uranium.
I don't think any of my potions are drugs. Mostly.
Yet.
You don't think that they are.
Wait, what if they are though?
I believe I may have thought about drugs.
I've heard it's profitable. There's this dude named Walter.
You did this earlier.
No, we are
Nico.
not bringing back the business.
What?
Do not.
I did not say anything.
I guess approach the desk.
I did not say
Yeah, so you
anything
ascend
about
the
Walter.
stairs. Also, I did forget to like describe the inside a little bit more. It's like mostly just like white stone, or like almost white. You know, it's kind of like the off-white type thing. But it's like
Off-white
very
stone.
well kept as well.
Is there any janitors around that we can see?
While you've been walking, you haven't seen like a janitor, but you've just seen like various attendants. Most of them have been attending to like the books, like putting them back in the proper spaces, taking them out. So for what purpose, not too sure. But and then you did see one like sweeping up some stuff, and yeah. Oh yeah, you ascend the stairs.
Yeah. Up
Got
to
that's
floor
got the
2.
OSHA railings.
Oh, good.
Should I add that
I
we're
would've had to
planning on
report them
seeing the
otherwise.
Superman
Gotta be OSHA
movie
compliant.
after
These are nerds.
Anyone with forklifts?
If they fall, they're dead.
I can announce
Also,
it
they're made of
before, and
glass.
I can
If
go,
they fall,
by the
they're
way,
shattered.
it's 6 o'clock. I need to get ready for the Super. Yeah.
Get ready for the soup.
Well, it's July 11th.
Yeah.
Because that's when the Superman movie is coming out.
Yeah.
If you were
So-
And then, so we have Batman themed birthday party.
That was not the library.
Come on.
And then we
Have to make
have,
that clear.
yeah. That better
Approach
for
the
you, Alice?
desk. Approach the desk.
Okay.
Yes.
Hello.
Do you need to be held up a little bit? Or?
Voting are appreciated.
I picked
I'm
you.
assuming the desk is a taller than
Yeah, the desk is slightly. Well, it's probably not taller than you, but your eyes are probably like level with the top of it.
I picked Telios up just a little bit.
Uppies.
Hello.
Just go,
Hello there.
hold him here.
I've made this trek to this wonderful library to help make an offering of knowledge, and I was told that this is the place where I could offer up the knowledge that
Yes, this is the right place. What do you have?
I have unique knowledge on the nature of bodies and how they can work together along with against what is natural for them.
They pull out like no, like they open a little compartment, basically just like slide an already open notebook into an empty page, and they're like, "Thinking time."
Gotta take a shot first.
I was gonna say, drink of courage. But
Oh yeah.
Drink of courage, baby!
Where did I put the file?
I didn't know Telios had vodka. I'm concerned.
What?
What? Anyway.
You see,
The body is malleable, to say, along with others.
You see.
You gotta convince it, however, to get along
I mean,
with
it is
what
valuable.
is
Have you seen it?
superior to what it has already had.
He looks
You
like
gotta convince it that
somebody.
it's using itself rather than what it is prior. If it doesn't believe it's better than it is, it will start to reject it, make it impure, and
You're welcome.
start to decay, as evidenced with the lack of arm, I guess. I don't have arm. Well, no, I do have arm. It's
Yeah,
just decay.
Yeah, I got you one.
Skeleton. It's pretty rotten right now.
It is pretty rotten, yeah.
It has like 2 days left.
Anything else?
I thought of the horse when you showed me that, but
Let's
we're
see.
not gonna worry about that.
Me when I think of the horse.
Intimidating horse.
Oh, I didn't specifically say I had an example with.
That reminds me of the water
Gorn.
coolers that
How
were getting
well would
married.
you say Telios was able to understand what Gordon was doing with it?
Best I could
Right.
explain it, man.
I don't think you ever made a check to do that. So make a.
Splungus check.
Oh, what would this be? Probably just a
See if I can pull
cultism
it
check.
up. What's gonna happen?
Oh, that's what I think it was. I was looking for that.
15.
You're not sure exactly how it functioned quite, but you can tell like it seems like they
water
kind of
coolers, they're
made
getting
almost
married.
for lack of a better word.
Okay,
like,
now I
sort of
remember that.
soul
I just-
basic.
They're in
But
love.
outside of that, you're not really
I'm
sure
happy
like,
for them.
exactly how that functions to help them.
And this specimen is a twin example of
Specimen.
both another expert craftsmen's art and a bit of my own. You can see that this is not a regular person. This person's soul was lost through in this world. But since the soul is an extension of the body, you're able to focus it through and into other objects which are not naturally for the soul. But since the soul is a more malleable, the most malleable part
Should we be quiet for
of the body,
listeners?
you can manage to convince it that even
Poor
things that
listeners.
aren't biological are able to be part of it, what is better for it.
We're being
Very nice.
stupid over here, so
Okay.
I figured I'd let
Maybe a little silly.
I was showing them the evil and intimidating horse.
Should I see the evil and intimidating
I like the.
I cannot explain it any better.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. With that, make, I guess your choice of either a diplomacy or a performance check.
Horse check.
Horse check.
That's horse.
Not
Yeah.
performance. I have a 1.
Straight up horse in it, and by it.
I have a
let's
singular
say
performance.
horse.
Well, what about diplomacy? You can do diplomacy.
8.
Hunts.
Have you considered rolling like a human? Punishment for your sin.
Oh no, dude.
Do you need a mythic point?
Do you
If you want.
Yes.
Did you roll in that one?
2.
No.
Oh,
Ah.
That's what you get.
not
Punishment
as
for
bad,
your
but
sin.
still.
Snins.
Did you roll
Are you
a
cold?
3?
Wow. Whoa. Upon
Did you?
That one's in that one.
Blunder.
Humorous.
Uh-oh.
That totals an 18, ain't it?
Oh, dearie me.
I can't re-roll that, can I?
Theoretically,
I
can
think
you
theoretically
get mythic
you could,
point
but
again?
it would be dangerous because you will. There is a decent chance that we at least start the Rodimus fight tonight.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a lot better. I'm willing to take that chance. Let's see. Mythic is plus 10, right?
Yes.
And that
10 plus level plus roll. Plus.
and that's diplomacy.
Right.
So still charisma. So that's just 11 plus 26.
Plus a raise.
Okay, yeah.
That's much better than 2 or a 1.
They like kind of nod their head as they finish like writing what they were
Does anyone
writing,
want
and they're
Chili's
like,
or tater
"This is
tots?
satisfactory. Thank you." They shut the book and then like kind of push it forward
Pepperoni's in the oven.
for a sec.
Would it be possible to get like a library
I'm
card
just
or
here.
permission to explore the catalog in this fine library?
You're allowed to explore, but just
I'll keep an eye on him so he doesn't do anything too silly.
very well.
Keep an eye on them so they don't do anything either.
I am religiously inclined to not let anybody hurt your books.
I approve of this.
Thumbs up
Approval.
meme just.
Did she write a title for on the chapter?
What title card?
Like just on the section she was taking notes on.
No, it doesn't seem so yet. But they did get out like a little
This is why you write
index
down your
card,
research
and they're
notes.
just like placed on the front. So it's presumably they're about to start thinking of what to call that
I could maybe
bit of knowledge.
would you like an example, if needed? I'm able to perform.
Do you have any spare arms?
I can remove one.
I think I'm okay.
Okay.
This is why you write your research notes. So we can add it to the library. That'd be great.
My research notes were mostly trial and error.
Usually, I believe that is how research notes usually go.
Not
believe that is how
typically
many
with,
things we
hey
learn.
look, a neat arm. Let me take that.
I'm pretty sure
Oops,
that's how
took
most
all the
things
flesh
work.
off and left the bone.
This is classic scientific literature.
I
Yeah.
leave both.
We did
believe
something
this
really
is
weird and
normal
out of pocket for no reason other than to figure out what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
In your case, it actually makes more sense because you actually need the arms.
I didn't need to
Is it?
before.
That's what I did for
There's research where people just drug animals for no reason to see
Yes.
what happens. So comparatively, his research is almost normal.
Isn't research
Normal,
in
not
general,
ethical.
Mess around and find out.
Something gives me the feeling these guys don't care about it.
Shall we go?
Alright, is he the start of the research on animals in this universe?
He's not an animal, I don't think. Well, he is an animal, but he's not like a bat. He's a bat.
He was a bat.
He's not a bat, he's a bat.
He was a bat, but he put too many arms.
Cat in the Hat, calm down.
Can I explore the biology section?
I don't think cats normally wear hats.
Just notes they have.
The cat
see
were
if
hat
it-
and bat.
They have more knowledge than me on
The
this.
cat with the bat has had
On
that.
what? Grafting?
My unique
I'm the
nature
I'm
of
the cat.
drafting
I'm
and such.
enough of that.
Actually, no. I want to search for the.
Which I'm pretty sure.
Biological
No, I haven't
effect
seen
that
it in a while. But I'm
miracle
pretty
has on
sure
people.
was
They have notes
actually
on that.
words said in the live-action Cat in the Hat movie with Mike Myers.
Oh god.
The Mike Myers Cat in the Hat.
I
The
feel
reason,
like that would mark so.
From like 2003.
The reason
was
that they're-
so
Okay.
bad that they're.
I'll
that
wait
the
till we go to
Seuss
the
Yeah,
estate
you
fifth
can
said,
check when you
No
get there, but I
more
feel like,
live action
especially given the
ever.
group, they
Ever.
would see that as
I
more of
hope
a.
you- yeah.
That is why there is two.
Okay.
The Grinch
Fair enough.
and the Cat in the Hat, and we don't talk about the Cat in the Hat.
I disagree. That's incarnation.
Do we talk about the hat and the cat?
Sure.
Should we
Why-
go
Why they ate it?
friend group?
Why did the cat eat the hat?
I don't know why
They thought it was a rat. Anyway.
It was a cat that swallowed a hat. They
Nobody
swallowed the
else had
hat
anything on
to
the
get.
biology
To get the
floor?
rat.
No.
I
Next
don't
we're
know why they
going
swallowed
to
a rat.
third floor for artistic stuff,
Yep.
which is going to be the alchemy baking Jolene floor.
Yeah.
Wait, third floor is. Wait, what floor am I on?
You're
I
right.
think
Everybody's
I
on
don't.
second.
I don't think you came in for. I think you were an accomplice.
Yeah,
you
you
didn't
were a
argue
bodyguard.
that. I mean, if you want to give some like.
Oh, yeah, you
tips
were a
to people,
bodyguard,
but I
weren't
think
you?
you were an acquaintance.
I was acquaintance that
Yeah.
said they had music stuff.
Oh yeah, I think you also did like vaguely mention that, but I think you were with Jolene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I kind of just lumped you.
No,
in.
no, 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 no.
Was it? What?
Either way,
No,
if
no,
you
no,
are
no,
giving
no.
notes, you would also be third floor.
Myfra was with the one with no face.
Oh, Mavana.
Yeah, oh yeah, Mivana. That's what
Okay,
it was,
yeah. I think
My name
I think you just slightly got overshadowed by Mavana's. I think they did quickly mention that you could go to the art if you wanted.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Myfra was
So-
mentioned and allowed, but
Third floor.
Mevana was the
I
one
like
who
how we all
impressed.
have our own information that we could share.
I have no information.
I was about to. I was about to say.
I mean, if we want to be strictly technical, you probably have one of the best tastes for the different tastes of different humanoid creatures'
That's
hearts.
true.
I don't know if
Encyclopedia of Taste.
Yeah, Encyclopedia Taste. Weird.
I don't really know how to write, but
Actually, just
Yeah.
really good information. Good information about
Oh
food
yeah.
and good
I
information
installed one in
about
my-
alphabet bacon.
The
Alphabet bacon?
in
How did
exchange
you
for an
say it?
appendix a couple
Come on.
times.
Bacon
Appendix
alchemy?
art.
Yeah, that way I had two.
Alchemy?
Don't want to risk the compromise
No,
to
not
see.
that.
Yeah,
It was
just
my
in
experiments.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah.
equivalent exchange.
Equivalent.
I don't know, man.
I think that because of the dark magic. 'cause
E-cook and exchange.
The
Equivalent
equivalent-
exchange is alchemy. That's them's the rules.
I thought that was more
No,
dark
That's
magic.
them.
Let's go to floor 3. I gotta explain.
Yeah. If you guys want, you can look around on any floors, but if you're cool with just going floor 3.
I
that's
plan on looking
I mean,
around on
it's-
the 5th floor.
We're going up floor at a time, I think. I think
Yeah.
our plan is to stick together so I don't lose you.
Why specifically me?
Well, you're the one
I
who's
wonder
speaking.
why.
I mean, also chorus. We don't want to lose anybody
No,
because we haven't been here
I'm
before.
here.
Yes.
Well, where?
You will not lose me.
Yeah.
You're kind of hard to miss.
So third floor, Baker and the
Snake.
Newt Doodle Doodle.
Doodle doodle?
I don't know how music works. It makes no sense.
Now when the
I
Legless
have the
Newt.
voice, but give me.
Okay.
Horse.
Horse.
Evil and
There's it.
intimidating horse.
Evil and intimidating horse.
We are the
Evil
evil and
and
intimidating horse.
That's the long
I am
horse.
That's the campaign.
Long
Name.
horse is here.
Oh
No,
no.
I was saying that's the evil and intimidating horse.
I don't think they're evil though. They're pretty.
They're
They're not evil, but they are intimidating.
They are
A horse?
the intimidating horse.
A horse walked into a bar, and the bar went up to the bar. The bartender said, "Why long face?"
Horse.
Horse said, "Well, My alcoholism is tearing my family apart.
Makes sense.
Poor horse.
Poor horse.
Reverse.
Alcoholic and depressed horse
Myfra.
versus evil and
Yep.
intimidating.
Doot noodle.
Long horse
Just
walked into a
noodle.
bar.
Doot noodle.
The bar
Yeah.
got
I'm
jealous
sorry,
that it
he's
wasn't as
exists
long as the
now.
horse.
Wahoo!
Ah, yes.
Yes, we go to floor 3 now.
Yes.
We had that conversation while we were walking to floor
yeah,
3.
More
I
stairs.
said more stairs.
More stairs.
Yeah, you gotta.
I imagine I'm taking like 2 or 3 at a time.
Yeah, these stairs are quite small for both you and Gorn.
Art station.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
just imagining Gord crawling up on all fours.
He is not a spider folk. One of those. What are they called again? I can't remember.
What? You've never seen a child
You
climb
should
up
you
like
should
that?
do a
Hello.
rendition of Here Comes the
Hello,
Sun.
can I?
Hello.
What?
I'm assuming Shuba has the child.
Why not?
Oh yeah, Ember went.
I'm not what you
Okay,
get
Ember
copy and
has the child.
extension.
Okay.
You should do
But
a
yeah,
rendition
again,
of
the similar
Mozart's
pattern
720
appears
seconds.
where you ascend the
Oingo,
stairs and
oingo.
pretty much immediately next to it is the librarian. Or like the desk jockey.
I hate that I said that.
No, they're
You
a
did,
book,
so it's too late now.
they're a
It's too
book
late.
jockey.
Alright.
Well, they're a BJ, a book jockey.
Don't say that.
Say that.
Okay.
Don't throw mitts. We already have
I have
Best
a
Gina
question
story
for
about
you
I don't need
first
another
things
one.
first.
Yes?
Do you have like a way of copying
Here's
the
why you're so
stuff?
angry about this one.
I already have Best Gina story about I don't need
I pull
another
out my
one.
recipe book and I go,
Good's best
this is
Genus.
my recipe book, but I'd also like to keep it.
Thank you.
But, you know, share information,
Don't worry
obviously.
about it.
Do you have a way of like copying it? Or,
Yes, we do.
okay.
Pulls out a child.
I imagine this is your information.
Yes, I'm a baker, as if that wasn't obvious. But I'm also an alchemist. I have decided that the potions...
Shocking news! I had no idea you were an alchemist.
He has a very long neck.
Bless
Oops.
your heart.
Bless your horse.
God bless a horse. I don't care what blesses some.
Bless your evil and intimidating horse.
When I started baking, I realized just how bad potions tasted, and I wanted to make sure they, you know, kind of a spoonful of sugar type of deal. And I just opened to the first page.
Understood. Yeah, they kind of read it over for a second. It's like, this seems like good stuff.
So I've my cupcakes are
Was
healing
Mary Poppins
potions.
real in
I've
this
got
world?
spoonful of sugar is a very common turn of phrase.
Sometimes you just put a spoonful of sugar in the recipe.
Yeah.
No, to help the medicine go down.
Sometimes you need a spoonful of medicine to help the evil and intimidating horse go away.
You put it down in a line, kind of like the line of salt for
Yeah.
demons.
Or, you know, make the Fae count.
I need to pull up.
I
my-
hate the Fae. They're
I searched for
suspicious.
Google on the Google Play Store and the first thing I recommended is Bing.
I think I would go on a
Install
date with
Bing.
Faye, but I would not date a
Use Bing.
So,
Bing it.
what if a thing doesn't just
Sky
count
is
as
a Fae, I
an
would
insult?
date a
They have to
Fae.
name each individual and then take the name.
We're pretty sure Sky is a Fae. So you are
Exactly.
dating a Fae.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Stupid people.
Exactly.
I do
Oh,
not
now this
trust
is
the
one that I
truth.
particularly enjoy. This is one that I have to end up taking quite a bit. But the rainbow vinegar obviously has that, you know, it's a vinegar taste.
Vinegar tastes
Not
so
very
good.
sweet. I put it in Neapolitan ice cream.
Very
Interesting
nice. 'Cause
flavor
it's-
combo. I did eat hot sauce ice cream once, and that was actually pretty good though. So
Fun.
yeah. Cooking.
But yes, I can copy this for you.
Pulls that child servant.
Not
You've heard that carrots are good for your eyesight, right?
No.
Well, these carrot cakes are.
I was lying. I had heard that.
Because these carrot cakes are actually also dark vision elixir carrot cakes. So, and
I
I
just
just
see in the
I just
dark.
explain all
Yeah.
of my recipes.
Very nice.
Just start.
There's like
yapping.
300
And
pages.
they like
One by
take a
one.
little magnifying glass from their side and they like basically just scan it over your book like page by page. Then they take an empty book and do it again, but as they like pass the glass over the blank page, the words that were on your book perfectly line themselves on that page.
How do I get
And
my
they just like
one
do
of those?
Well, how do they do? That's pretty nifty.
There you go.
How do I I get one of those in a book with infinite pages?
I'm not terribly sure about the Book of Infinite Pages.
If I could get a book with infinite pages that I could always turn to the page that I want to turn to, and one of those, just imagine, it would be perfect.
Unfortunately, I don't know where Rhodames gets them. but
Hands over an iPad.
Book of writing.
I guess
We
I'll.
get them from.
Book
See
of
if I can
Infinite
ask
Pages,
them.
hands over iPad.
So where does the magnifying
They
glass
have
come from, or
only
is that
like
where
2
you get them?
gigabytes of storage.
We
That's
don't
not
know where the
infinite.
magnifying glasses exactly.
No, the new ones, they have, you can have like a terabyte.
Most
That's
likely
not
they're
infinite.
enchanted by
I could
Rhodames
fill it
itself, but-
with text documents. I need to put the whole Library of Babel in it.
Was it in the Library of Alexandria?
No.
I'm putting the Tower of Babel.
No, the Library of Babel and the Library of Alexandria are two very different things.
What's the Library of Babel?
Am I gonna have to find it and send it to you guys?
Oh boy.
I'll
Library
see
of
if I can
Scrabble.
find it.
Okay.
Was
Not
it like a
Scrabble.
Rosetta Stone type thing?
Library of Babel.
Because the Tower of Babel is
I know what the
Like-
Tower of Babel is.
according to
I found it immediately. It's the first thing
know,
that comes up when you search Library
Christian-
of Babel.
uh,
I know who
according
the Christians are.
to- No,
I've heard of
but like
them.
according to Christian belief, that's how different languages came to be.
Yes. Library of Babel. It's in the Discord now.
Pizza, pepperoni.
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 Oh, Universal Library. Okay.
It's got it, all of it. It's
See, fun fact about Chorus right now is Chorus knows
you like this
how
page?
doesn't know how to do anything.
What page?
But
It's
tell
the
truth.
first page!
No, that's just a random one.
Yeah,
This
I'm
is
getting
the
random
first page in the
No, sure, I'll
book
get random.
DHNLIIPWZRARZY.
What is this?
Fun fact.
ZBZ.
Fun fact.
Oh wait, this is the one where it's just
It
monkeys
has-
on a keyboard, right?
Yeah, the Library of Babel has literally anything that could be written in English.
Yeah.
But it also has that means most of the pages are just random gibberish.
I see.
Oh.
Confusing, but I see.
We should do a find a real word in Library of Babel speedrun.
I think you can search, but
No,
I'm assuming you're not allowed.
only with random button.
I'll do
Perhaps
There's pepperoni.
I was gonna say perhaps another time, but
Yes, probably better. to
Yeah, that's what I
another
was
time.
thinking. I wasn't thinking right now.
I just saw you suddenly become engrossed in your phone, and I was like, oh no, he's going down.
Me?
All right.
It's third
Did
two
you all-
turns. I
were
can
you-
passively listen while
Nope, nope.
just
Newt is the fellow with a book.
Are
EA.
okay. Are you just like teaching them a song, basically? Or?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Make a performance check.
He's performing it.
I've
She's
never rolled a dice
performing it.
with.
Fun fact.
Oh,
Chorus has been quiet this whole time due to the fact that she knows how to tell nothing but the truth, and she knows that she is going to commit murder today. So she's just not saying anything.
Oh,
She
I
knows.
almost got an and. I have an and
She
ending.
knows.
I don't know if I want to re-roll that.
She knows.
the closest I've gotten is
You
hope.
have nothing.
I mean, you
Roll the
are
got a
a
K-O-O.
trained bard,
Pepperoni?
so I will say the DC is probably not going to be like insanely long. Plus, this is a song that you made and probably know pretty well.
Yeah.
So,
Alright, so.
Something-
Does Gurk count? G-E-R-K? Gurk?
I don't
No.
think so.
18.
Last I checked, that was not a word.
yeah, that does it. They seem like pretty thoroughly impressed, and they like seem to understand it. And like,
I'm jealous.
do you have like sheet music with you, or do you just like kind of have it in your head?
It's just in my head.
Okay, in that
Myfra
case,
is a
Let's make an
vibe
MP3
bard.
recording of it.
in that case, no. While they listen, they probably like try to, as best they can, like put the notes down on paper and like try to basically figure it out. And they're like,
Wow.
very
skills.
nice.
I almost
Goody
have duck.
goody.
This one seems
Thank
so
you.
much like a medical word.
Evil and intimidating words.
Human chaos.
Yeah. It's so close to like a. Seems like a medical word.
Greer. Wonderful. There
I got UHH
That's right.
I got UHH UHH period.
I guess important question for the laws. I'm assuming in order for it to count as a word,
Uh,
it has to be separate from all the letters around it.
Yeah.
That's what
Otherwise
I'm, that's
it'd
what
be
I'm
too
saying.
easy.
It's comma space UHH period.
And if we actually do this dedicated, I'd say at least 4 letters personally,
Yeah.
because like
I mean, I'd be down to do at least 4 letters later on.
yeah, later on, definitely not tonight.
Actively not. Oh yeah, I know.
You know, if we were actually doing this, I wouldn't be celebrating
Yes, please.
Huge W.
But for just, you know,
Excuse me.
fooling around, hitting random, getting is kind of big.
Yeah.
Raw?
Can't wait until I hit random for the 7 billionth time and find the word pneumono ultra microscopic volcano conios.
I feel like you wouldn't recognize it with how much you look at gibberish.
I forgot,
Yeah.
I made an entire folder called Greer, and it's just a green swatch. Grand. Greer.
As usual.
Alright.
Is it marked colors?
That's Mark. It's Greer.
The
So-
desk person will like double check with everybody and be like, "Is that all you had for this floor?"
Yeah. Where are we going next?
I go. I
Fourth
do
floor.
Like
4th floor for
Yeah.
the faceless lady. I forgot her name.
Mavana.
Mavana. I was going to say Ravana.
Mavana's got
That
that
was close.
magic stuff going on. Mavana's like thinking and stuff.
She do be talking.
Oh. Floor 4. Magic. Magic / arcane /
I found
occult.
bi. B-Y.
That was it. What? I like how we all agreed we're gonna do it later, and then everybody continued to do it anyway.
Wait, what?
To be fair, we're just idling while... Because this is something very easy to just not pay attention to while paying attention to everything else.
Yig.
Of course.
I think
So
I-
since it's Mavana's turn, I'm definitely going to keep notes of this one, because I'm curious about her knowledge as well.
Yeah. So Mavana, like, you guys get up to the next floor, obviously. Approach the desk, and Mavana is just like,
Yeah.
let's
And
see.
he's just long.
Just to make sure I remember it right, did you write down what Mavana said she would give?
Did I?
I think I remember. but I
Sharing info on learning ritual and reading unknown language.
Ah, yes.
The thing that I was very interested in for obvious reasons.
Let me double check what that was called.
So low quality.
Yes.
I love Nintendo DS.
Low poly wrap,
How is
but make it
pizza?
funky.
How is pizza?
No, I was trying to think of poly
Made out of bread.
DS.
Alright.
PTL is a file type, right?
It's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of file types.
If you were a file type, you would be a JPEG.
Is that an insult?
I was gonna say, that's honestly a little insulting.
Yeah.
This is the one that I know and use the most.
Okay, so yeah, she approaches the librarian and basically says that
PNGs are peak.
what?
At least she didn't. At least she didn't call me one of those like web V files or whatever they're
You're
called.
so right. Dot
No!
web is
Whippy sucks.
Those ones. He knows.
Yeah. Anyway, Mavana tells them that my knowledge is about
What's that?
understanding any kind
Uh-huh.
of text,
Aha.
regardless
You're
of
playing
what
the game.
its
I
writing
can see it in
effectively
your
is, as long
glasses.
as it's in a language. Effectively, by, for lack of a better word, attaching your mind to the text effectively, temporarily, you can understand it very well. And she, like, kind of tells... I'm not going to get into the details of it because, you know, funky stuff. But, well, Mavana is, but I, Xander, am not because strange. But she does tell, like, the librarian more so how to, like, understand it. And basically, how she does it is, like, she effectively attaches her mind to the text and forces them to reveal, like, what the meaning of it is, effectively.
I'm gonna have to make her teach me how to do that.
Why is that strangely close to how I described the voices that are lost between worlds? It's like the inverse of it.
Kind of.
Forcefully detaching from everything else, rather than forcefully attaching.
Yeah, a little bit. But yeah.
Nico, where's my flail?
The cat lost your flail?
That's my
How-
nephew.
I know.
Why did you say the cat?
But yeah, the attendant at the desk like seems to take in the information and like write down kind of like the fairly vague, but they seem to understand what she's going for, the steps for the ritual, and are like, very nice. Does anybody else have anything?
Do you enjoy your job?
Yes.
Oh, it's very nice. I'm glad. Is it fun?
I don't know if I would say. I mean, it's fun for me, but
Alright.
I would not
Okay,
say
I
this
found
is
a
objectively
Norwegian
fun.
word.
So like what
Visitors are rare.
Why do you know the Norwegian word?
It means mush.
What?
Good for you.
Huh?
I found the Norwegian word for mush.
Why did you? What? Are you just shoving things into?
I only did it for that specific word.
Why? Did you think it was a word?
I had a hunch.
Okay.
Alrighty.
My Norwegian sense was singular.
I'm my brother.
What, did you get bit by a radioactive Norwegian?
Who's aware Norwegian?
He said his Norwegian sense was tingling. So I, of course, asked him if he got bit by a radioactive Norwegian.
Can I have pizza?
Yeah.
Sunk.
Okay.
Metal song.
Middle song to the hog.
Nice hearing.
He hog.
My sister stole one.
Son the hedge.
Wow.
Let her
Son the head, he hog.
Ow, the hedge.
At 18.
The
Sup,
attendant will
son?
double check and say, "Is that
Sup,
all?"
Mama?
Then?
Is it? I'm going to the 5th floor, I think.
Yeah.
Very
Have a
well.
good day.
Thank you. You all as well.
Big toothy grin.
Yep.
You got big teeth.
Extra teeth. Or actually less teeth, technically.
Yeah, less teeth.
But
Incredible.
more area.
Yep.
More surface area. Lots
Less
of blood
teeth,
flow.
more tooth.
Okay.
Less teeth quantity, more teeth quality.
More teeth volume.
Yep.
This is true.
I found an acronym for Love Your Local Market.
Oh, if we're going into acronyms, brother, I could turn a whole page into an acronym.
Let's do that one day.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. That would be brain melting. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Bunch of blue money.
Yeah.
Make a talking point
That's a lot of
presentation
blues, I think.
where this
And
the
purple.
point of your presentation is this. But so it's easy to remember. Just remember this acronym.
Oh boy.
The acronym itself is 700 letters long.
And just so you
And
remember
has commas.
the acronym.
Also known as.
Yep.
That's a mouthful. So just you just say. Jinx,
Anyway, I'm gonna go up to the 5th floor and tell them about God. God.
Following what to me?
Okay.
And yeah, I think once you give your information, that's everybody's. Well, everybody's first. Doing what you said you would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'll
Gotta be truthful.
just
Yeah.
doing some extracurricular activity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
We got permission to explore. I got that for us.
Me.
You didn't think.
And we said we'd keep an eye on each other, so it's fine.
Yeah.
We never said we
Why
would do
is
anything
Camino?
criminal.
Because it's raining. And it always rains on Camino.
Anyway.
Okay.
5th floor. You arrive.
Alright.
Glass person. Desk.
Hello, glass
The
person.
usual. Hello.
Do you have a favorite food?
They kind of think for themselves for a second.
Uranium glass?
I was living before.
Can you eat now?
I feel like uranium glass would be good though.
I don't
Out of
become
all the
like you.
glasses.
I mean, now, yes, but before, no.
Mm.
I don't really need to eat now.
Oh,
Anyway, to answer your question, probably like cheesy potatoes or something.
that's really good. Do you miss Ethan?
I mean, like, eh.
He's got
Oh,
books.
really?
Alrighty.
Yeah, I got books. That's all I need.
That's good for you. I'm happy for you.
How did you become glass?
Exactly, the fruit of knowledge. Thank you,
There's-
disembodied voice.
Just one of the other
The
glass
librarian is
golems.
schizophrenic.
There's a floating glass head that floated by.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The security system.
This is Watame. Watame's here to share information.
Hello.
They
Okay.
look at you expectantly.
Oh joy. Okay, so you guys have like your pantheon and stuff, which they do things. However,
Also, yeah, once again, they do have an empty notebook in front of them and are ready to write.
yeah, qualifying what my peeps as a god is not technically accurate. However, it's sort of like a group of divine entities, usually angels, but sometimes other stuff, called the Angels of Lore. You'd love them. Basically, their whole thing is they collect information from all these different worlds and try and like pool them together.
I would.
They've got some big library somewhere in the universe that I hope I get to go to at some point. I don't know if it's in this universe, actually. I don't know how that works. Gods and stuff, you know.
Loki kind of hope I also get to the library.
Yeah, it would be great. If I get there, I'll see if I can invite you.
They seem. It's a little hard to tell once again because they're basically
The
a
glass
glass
is
construct,
excited.
but they seem as excited as they visibly can be.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know as much as I will know about him. For reasons. But I know there's probably like a leader of like the group. I haven't caught their name yet. But they exist. And they're in charge of like this big, you know, like multiversal library thing. Which basically their whole gimmick is getting information from all these different worlds and collecting them together and stuff like that.
Very nice.
There's one there.
Sure, probably Sky.
Yeah. Well, basically,
My dad.
one of the angels
Not directly
was
from it.
dying for some reason and possessed baby me. And now there's an angel in me forever.
No.
Intriguing.
Mm.
I'm sorry.
No, that's chill.
Okay.
See, I got
Then
like.
never mind. I'm not sorry.
It made me a Nephilim, so that's interesting.
I'm sorry that the angel got injured. I guess.
Yeah, that's sad. They can't really talk anymore. They just nightmare.
Well, that I think I'm sorry for.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. They've lost communication unless, you know, something terribly bad happens. In which case they can speak, kind of. Yeah.
Interesting.
You want some more?
If I learn more about the big library and whoever is in charge, I'll let you know. I'll come back.
That would be appreciated.
Mhm.
Thank you. This was interesting information.
Also, the big guy upstairs, your names are so hard.
Rodimus.
Rodimus, yes, I found that in my book. Interesting. Rodimus, I was wondering if we could, you know, visit him for like a moment, or if that's like a no-no, if he's too busy.
I apologize, but that is not
Hmm.
ordinarily allowed to visitors.
Ordinarily, but rare occasions have made the exception.
I mean, higher-ranking members of like it within our religion, like the savants or the penitents, are allowed to visit, but so I guess not really visitors. But
Yeah, the closest thing I can imagine to that is we've all done the like Scions like trial thing. And I got, you know, the cool necklace, but I don't think that is the same thing.
I don't think so, unfortunately.
Okay.
But you are free to look around if you would like.
That sounds
Any of the
great.
floors.
I will do that.
Anyways, I'm gonna go look for the miracle.
Yeah, go ahead. You will perceive.
Nothing about crunchy.
Yeah, it's a little. It's got a head.
What is
in
it?
It's
Yeah.
still working. How?
Calculator.
Yeah, it seems to be like
But can it run down?
alphabetically ordered, basically. Just like
It doesn't.
straight down.
Doesn't use the
Dewey
Dewey Decimal System.
Nope.
Tragic.
To be fair, that's its own magic. I haven't discovered that magic yet.
Oh yeah, too advanced. Anyway.
The Dewey Decimal System. Too advanced.
Anyway, yeah, you kind of like follow the system basically, and like are able to fairly quickly find what seems to be like a collection of like different what's the word, like basically both blessings and curses that happen
Nico,
with
you're
people that have taken more of like a physical manifestation basically. And it seems like it also goes
Nico,
through
1
like
second.
what it thinks is actually happening with the person.
Dang. Don't know. Oh.
Was that what you were looking for?
I was mostly trying to figure out the process for what she does, or if there's consistent patterns for it based off of biological features.
This book might. You think this book might have like patterns for like different biological things associated with it, but not about like how it does it basically.
Dang. I'll take a look at some of the patterns real quick, and then we'll go on.
Okay, make a. What would this be technically? I guess medicine or nature, either one.
Definitely medicine. I'm good at medicine.
Yeah?
What was my nature out of curiosity?
Because the book itself probably doesn't immediately say the patterns, but you can
19.
discern it.
Now he's slightly wet but clean.
That's fine. Hi, Nico.
How do I put this?
What are you looking for?
He's trying to discern patterns in like the things that the miracle does in biological.
I think
people.
they hit the shuffle button in that spore creature creator.
What?
No, they just chose from the online spore creature creator.
Yeah, they go to the spore creature creator and hit shuffle.
I see what you're saying.
Clearly, no other sensible.
It's hard to tell like
Understand
exactly what patterns like exist biologically at least, but it seems like a lot of the time whatever it does to the person doesn't like alter like exactly who they are. Like a lot of key features are left.
They lost their
It's
lane
just like
file.
some things are
Yes, they
mutated a lot worse
What
if
like,
they're
you can, like
cursed, or
access
like
that earlier this morning.
they're made stronger
Oopsie
if they're like seen as blessed or things like that.
Okay. So it exaggerates
But
the aspect of them, rather.
That's what you can tell, yeah, but you're not sure exactly much more than that.
Yeah, okay.
Curious. So, how many floors are there?
There are 5 floors.
Okay, so if we go up any more, that's where
Yes.
our boy is.
I figured he was in the basement, to be honest.
What?
I figured he was in the basement.
But I'm pretty sure they told us that he was up in like the dome at the top of the pyramid.
I think May Vaughn mentioned it. And while you were coming, you saw a dome.
Nico, can I have my
Ah,
dice?
that's not.
Dice failure.
Dice failure?
Dice failure.
Blame the child.
Cat.
It was the child. Or cat.
Home?
Yeah.
They do be having the cat behavior. They're not getting
there
stuff on
basement
the ground.
floors?
You didn't see stairs going down in the same place as the other stairs, so you're
Nico,
not like.
if you want to sit on Sky's lap, you can't
You
throw his dice
assume
down
not,
here, okay?
but they might just be in a different
They have to be
place.
up here, okay? If you want to play with dice, you gotta let me know, okay?
So what are y'all doing?
Is there more stairs upwards?
Not
Or...
not in the center, but I guess make a perception check.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd probably be looking around trying to find
I
a
will
way up.
also look around for
I
stuff.
want to smell out this glass.
Never mind, I got
like-
one.
I don't think glass has a smell.
A lot of
15.
dice are dropping.
My fake glasses are falling off. I got a 1.
Rip. What do you get?
I'm re-rolling with.
I might need big glasses at this point.
Wait, let me roll. No, I rolled good. I rolled a 19. That's
Okay.
a 30.
Well, I'm re-rolling anyway.
I still
I
have
already stated it. I had to.
You have
Come on.
Child. So many dice.
So
Nicola, don't
15.
drop the dice.
32.
15, 32. What was your total again? Alice?
third.
Okay. So
I'm seeing it.
you two are able to like kind of move around and find like basically at the center, kind of just like jammed
Myfra,
in
let
the
me get you
middle
other
of all these bookcases, is just like a fairly simple staircase, like just leading up, that has two of like, though once again armed, like glass people, in like standing in front of it. It's a fairly wide staircase. It's like 10 feet wide.
Something gives me the feeling just trying to run up the staircase would not be a good idea for
What
some
if I
reason.
jump up the staircase?
I feel like that would be the same thing.
Is there any like?
Get up there and go.
Oh wait, I'm assuming they pointed at.
Yeah,
Probably.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Would there be? Could we see perhaps any like movement from glass people in there, or such like that? Like people moving in or from it.
How close are you getting?
I don't see why there would be any reason not to be able to get close, just not go on the stairs. So, pretty close.
Okay, yeah. You are able to like get pretty close to them, and they don't seem to like really stop you at all. And you look up, and you just see like kind of a fairly wide like landing area at the top, and then just a closed doorway.
Okay.
Here's the door.
We could just go in the door.
If you don't mind me asking, what's behind that door?
You're asking one of the guards.
Yeah.
That is Watame's sanctum. It is closed to visitors.
What does one do in the sanctum?
Even if
A reason to look over there.
What do you say?
What does one do in the sanctum? Like,
He meditates, thinks through various problems, and just researches.
he's a thinker.
He's
He's thinking about it.
totally not at all.
Communes with the
faker.
miracle there as well.
Smells crack.
I heard you say faker.
Oh.
As well as hold some meetings when he personally needs to meet.
Does he ever browse his books?
Yes, he does.
Is there a way?
But he
we
has
can-
read a vast majority.
Do you have
of these
any
books and
objections
committed
burning a
them to
blank
memory
book?
already.
Oh. That's interesting.
Could we like schedule a meeting
How
with him?
do you have a
Not
blank
currently.
book on you that you are
Currently.
sure is blank?
I'm sure we could find one.
No.
But in general,
I feel like the only blank books are probably by the desk people.
yes. But if we get like a blank book for like journaling or something, pretend light on fire, pretend there's like been an accident or something, get the
What
guards'
if it hurts
attention.
one
Very
of the
nice,
books?
We put it in like
Very nice.
a lounging area away from the actual books.
He's
Is there a
living the way of
lounging
the
area?
dead.
Is there lounging areas like where you can sit back and read?
I feel like it would be 100% library top to bottom, but
There's lounging areas in libraries.
well,
There are
but
some,
this is like a
Library Plus.
this is
I don't think there would be here.
library pro. Max
Everything that
edition.
you have seen so far is
They
like
took
there are
they
some-
took the lounge out. For
like I said on the
efficiency.
first floor, there are some like museum type pieces, like more so, but it's like vast majority just large amount of bookcases.
Book.
Big.
Gonna go up to the secretary and ask, do you have a blank book that I could take notes in?
Oh
Big concern. They'll probably just like look at you and be like, hang on. They like open a little side drawer and like rummage around a little bit and like, yes, there's a small notepad here.
no! We're in
Thank
the
you.
religion section, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking thoughts.
I figured just might as well get one of these. We could light this on fire in like a stairwell.
But what if the smoke gets on the books though? I don't want to.
Do you have any other ideas of talking to Ornaments? Besides,
No good idea.
What's your bad ideas?
If somebody that hurts me bad enough, I could see if the angel can get through. See if the angel can
That
get
is-
permission.
That is a
But
bad
that is a
idea.
really bad idea. I don't something gives me the feeling I can't let them out
Is the ceiling made of glass as well?
automatically.
No, there's a stone floor above you. Well, like you are standing on a stone floor and there's stone above.
Are there vents?
Mission
Make a
impossible.
perception check.
Time to.
Can't say anything.
Not what I was thinking of, but that's more mature.
Can't do copyright for your sake.
Yeah.
18. I did not roll very high.
Looking,
Generic
I would like.
Yeah,
Sky
you
music
kind of look around, but you
sounds.
can't really find anything.
What's the
I
Jimmy
will
Hill
look for
music?
vents also.
Okay.
Presumably because they don't need a lot of air.
I mean, probably not.
I rolled
But
a
unless that's not
31.
Is there windows on the patio?
I rolled a.
Windows Vista laptop.
There are like thick glass, like windows shining in, but it doesn't seem like there's any way out. Like there's a patio.
where is a better way up?
Looking for a better way up.
Okay.
That's not stairs.
I'm gonna use this roll that
That's
I rolled, thinking about rolling.
I mean, when I'm thinking about rolling.
This is a natural 20. That's a total of 31.
What?
Looking for another way up.
Okay.
I was thinking, this is a legal roll, just so you know. This isn't. I didn't cheat this roll.
I trust you.
I believe.
If you want to cheat the game, I'm sure Xander would allow it. I don't think any of us would really stop you.
I feel like there would be punishment for your snins later on, though.
Yeah, karma happens.
They would find a way to punish you for your snins.
This-
And I'm pretty
I'm
sure you
telling
would
you.
also not feel satisfied
I
with
would
it.
be so sad if I cheated.
Punishment for your
But yeah,
snins.
so as you're kind of like looking around, you end up like kind of at the perimeter, like just kind of trying to find any like you're looking for vents and like various other things, and you find like what you seems to be like kind of an indented part of the wall. It's like very slight. It's hard to notice, but there is like a little part of the wall that's dipped in.
Of course, grabs Watame
Oh,
by the hand and brings her over to the.
wall.
Well,
What? Wall? Do I need to perceive?
No, with her pointing it out, you also notice that there's like a very slight dip in the wall, so it's like kind of framed.
Suspicious. Where's the book on secret entrances?
That would be in the architecture section.
Where's the... yeah.
Thank you, Aaron. Random voice.
I assume Mayvana is with you, actually.
Probably.
I hope so.
Okay.
There was a barrier she was going to have to skip
Make
by,
it,
right?
make an Arcana check.
Arcana check. Ooh.
Why?
Why did they beat me today? 17.
Huh? Mayvana rolled in that one. Funny.
I rolled an 11 for Arcana check.
Should I try again?
What do you roll?
I've got a whole 17 total.
I rolled an 11. That's not bad considering I have absolutely nothing in Arcana.
I just
Actually, wait. Mayvana has detect magic. I gave her that.
I rolled
So this
it.
is fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, this is fine. Between that and Mayvana, like trying to figure it out and detect magic, you can probably figure out that
Don't worry about it.
this does seem to be another back
Capture deep.
like entrance to the sanctum.
I'm not worried.
Mostly because, like, presumably either like a maintenance entrance or like just a side way for the constructs to get in. Which you tell because there is some type of like warding magic on this. It's pretty strong.
Interesting.
No, but I can.
Scrumptious, darling.
This was the ward that I told you guys needed to, you know. Yeah. Eat is a weird word, but yes.
Well, I'm glad we're finding something because my only other good idea was selling somebody out, which I would rather not do.
What's wrong with going to sell out?
We know at least 2 terrorists.
One.
I mean,
I wasn't thinking of anybody here because choosing somebody here would be a bad
I mean,
idea.
either that or they are guards.
We're supposed
we
to
could
be
probably
friends.
distract them.
For the most part, I suppose.
That's what I was thinking about with the book.
But I don't want to hurt a book.
I mean, you don't have
There's
to
nothing
hurt a
in the
to
book.
do it. You could
Smorkers books.
You could make some type of noise. elsewhere.
That could be a distraction.
I could
Why
fall
did-
down the stairs.
No.
Let's try not harm
Or we could just
ourselves.
take
I
this
thought that was
way.
the whole point.
This should
It-
work.
Hopefully
What
this
kind of
way
distraction
works.
do we need? Do we want to use
We'll try the not distraction variant because the
I
only
mean-
distraction idea I have is
I think this way might be a little bit better.
Alright.
Roll a bowling ball down the aisle 5.
Anyone have a bowling ball?
No.
I can extract one from someone's head.
I have an
Who's
extra
game?
axe.
No.
So here's the thing, right? As soon as I start like messing with this ward, I have a feeling Radames will know and probably send like a message to the guards. So like,
we defend.
really, going up those stairs is probably worse because they're right there. Even if you distract them, here we might have a minute at least.
Alright.
Well, I'd suggest trying something that it's gonna give us an extra minute and nothing.
But up to you guys.
Oh,
I
dear
like the plan of eating the water that's in the wall.
You would.
You would like the
wall
eating
ward.
plan.
You do
Aye,
like-
it's a good plan.
You do like to
I'm
eat.
also very ready to just attack them for you guys, so that you guys can have more time to look at the thing.
Is there how close are the bookshelves to this area as opposed to the staircase? Or are they about the same?
Tempted to go my idea.
The book like how close the bookshelves to the wall, basically.
Yeah,
right here.
because if we get into a fight, how close would the bookshelves be to us?
It's pretty close over here. It's
So it's further away by the stairs.
what?
So is it further away? Are the bookcases further away next to the staircase going up?
Yeah, and at the very base of the staircase, there's probably like I'd say 20 feet of clearance. Here, it just basically doesn't seem to be made to be noticed or used commonly. So there's just like at most 10 feet of distance.
Like I said, cat energy.
So the books are closer here, but you could just try to avoid area effects.
Yeah.
Do books get damaged by sound?
Probably not.
I wouldn't imagine
That's
so.
probably the least. Probably the least harming thing for books that we have here with us.
If we're gonna be doing
Today?
sound stuff, give me a heads up or something.
I
Okay.
do have some sound.
I know you deafened me with one of them once. It hurt.
I'm sorry.
It hurt.
Uh-huh. Interesting.
Interesting.
I will find God.
You dropped a dice, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's one of those.
Yeah. Those are the dice that I love to play with.
So what are y'all talking?
I would like to.
I would like to fight as little as possible before we get to Radames.
I'm
We don't want to
willing-
waste.
I know, and I don't really want to hurt them just because they're just glass people doing their little glass bones.
No, it's too bad.
And I will feel bad if I have
Also,
to
if
break
I take
them.
over the library, I'm gonna need them to look after it.
Aye.
Oh boy.
Gotta think ahead.
Exactly.
But if I think we should use the warden in the wall.
And I will shove people away that try to come.
How fast can you dispel this spell?
It'll take a minute at least, I think. Pretty much, you'll have a little bit of time to prepare, but I imagine whatever guards come. Which it honestly might just be those two.
Is the stairwell farther away from this wall than it is the stairs up?
It's at like the center, and it's a square.
I meant the stairway down.
What?
To the lower floors.
That's farther away from what, though?
The wall with the enchantment.
It's on like the opposite side of the entrance.
So we're burning brick down there.
I suppose.
But the reason.
Prevents the risk of harm by risk of combat.
I suppose. I can't do it myself, so you'll have to do it.
What do you have to do?
How far is that, out of curiosity?
How far is what?
The
The
car staircase
yeah.
that goes down, so he can put a book in it and light it on fire.
I have oil.
I think I'm trying to...
And try to get back in time for the enchantment.
Oh, okay, I see what you're doing. Okay, yeah.
Distraction.
distraction of fire in the library.
So
is a good
are you
distraction,
asking?
I would
So you're
say.
asking how far away?
Yeah.
Like basically how big the room is. So
Yeah.
it's a square. Probably.
You're near the top of the pyramid.
Yeah.
So-
It's not huge, so probably. Probably like 80 feet.
80 feet.
You can make that in like not too long.
I could do it.
If you want to help me, if we do it, we get the guards down a couple flights of stairs, we can beat them up the stairs and start booking it.
Right.
And that's
That's assuming that the door is not locked now.
well, we're going for the enchantment one,
Hmm.
not to the
Okay.
upstairs one.
Okay.
This gives us the most time.
Okay.
If we get them down like a flight of stairs, both of us can beat them up using various methods.
Yeah. Just don't go down too far, because then it'll probably be different guards that react to it.
Yeah. So we started on the top, call down, try to get guards down.
Mm.
I don't understand, but I'm ready to help.
Myfra, can you make the sounds of like distress or commotion a little bit down the stairwell? Since you're good with the music and such.
Do you have anything for that?
I'm not.
He's not fast
Fast.
either. He's like
I-
2 feet tall.
Yeah, I'm not you're about as fast
Yeah.
as me.
25.
I'm.
Yeah,
I think you're faster actually.
Oh no.
Yeah. 25.
Oh wait, no, I should be. Yeah, I should be the same now that I don't have the armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're the same speed.
I'm
And
faster.
we can manage it.
I'm faster by a
Yeah,
little
but you
bit.
can like copy yourself and then just yoink yourself to
That's
somewhere else.
technically slower.
Yeah.
What if you copy yourself now?
That's
But
not how
then-
that works. I have to stay within a certain range of myself.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
Okay. So you two are gonna go burn a book, which is gonna cause me.
I think
pain.
Myfra should join us. That way we can get more sounds of commotion, so it sounds like there's a bigger issue than there is.
Okay.
I can make a lot of sounds.
And if something happens here, I can try and.
Unless you want me to
What
replace.
motion do you want?
I don't know if they
It's
know.
only 3 inches.
I don't know if they know a commotion
Well,
sound.
Well,
so.
3 inches.
I'm not sure what.
3
Can
inches?
So unless
Yeah,
you want
3
the commotion to
Can
be
you-
them suplexing you,
There.
Okay.
3
which would be
inches.
funny to watch, but I'm not gonna be there.
That's
Can you do the sounds of like a crowd or like mimic people's at all?
3 inches.
Give me your money.
Close.
Bebana will be
3.5.
like, if this is the way you want to do it, this seems like a
Well, 3
okay.
inches.
This seems like an okay idea.
Am I
Saw
allowed
it, I thought you were saying I was
pull
mugging
against
Bebana.
something, and then or just
Just
five?
pull.
Okay.
No. Bebana's talking to Telios, and she'd be like, "Here." She casts message on you. Let me know when you
There.
start the distraction.
Wow!
You nailed it.
Let me know when they
That
get
is
down the
pretty
stairs,
much
and I'll
3
start the
inches.
ritual.
Okay.
I was just mentally
Give us as much
comparing
time
it
as
to
possible.
this one.
Anyways, what was your question?
So I'm assuming it's like a square.
He's trying to
circuit,
figure
right?
out if you can
Yeah.
cast a spell.
I'm
that
assuming
makes
it would
the
be
sound of,
essentially
like,
4 sets
people.
of stairs until the next floor down.
I don't think I have.
What? So like,
one.
ding, ding,
The only
ding,
thing that's
ding.
Yeah.
close enough is musical accompaniment, but that only says it's as loud as 4 people shouting, but that's not actually 4 people
And
shouting.
it would be
it's just
music.
it would just be music.
Can you do sounds of like some stuff crashing and something like?
I mean, theoretically, you could
Get
use
cymbals.
bullhorn on one of them and just have them scream.
Oh yeah, that works.
Yeah, okay, I can just do that. Wait.
I
Okay.
can really loud.
Yeah, probably cast
Okay.
bullhorn on chorus because they
So
will.
we'll get the guards down
deafen
to
everybody in a
2 of the
3-mile
sets
I
of
can
stairs and then
specify
beat them
bullhorn,
up.
right?
I believe so.
Do I beat them up or beat them
No.
up the stairs?
Beat them up the stairs and we're making it there.
Since I
If we
believe
don't have
you
enough
can.
time,
Not
then
need to carry you.
Oh, it's your voice.
Okay.
You'll
no.
scream.
I think I'm
I would
more
have to scream.
agile than Myfra, so in case Myfra's
So
the preferable
unfortunately,
choice there.
Well, if you're doing, well, if you're gonna, they want you to go with them anyway. So.
Hold on.
What's your dexterity?
Yes,
Uh,
I'll get you water.
I think it's
Well, I can just
okay.
This is
weave
water.
it around like,
So
stuff
not
more
too mod.
easily with my
This is a little bit more than 3 inches.
5 feet apart. 5 feet apart because they're not gay.
It being us two doing that seems questionable, but
Yeah.
20
Back to the
inches.
lightsaber.
for at least
Two here.
3 reasons.
You had to move it.
We're the
Yeah, I know.
prettiest two
Fruitiest?
Okay, let's
Neither do.
Okay, so
I don't know.
You said at least 3.
I don't know. I just said numbers.
I cannot cast a ball for
What am I
20
doing?
inches.
What?
20 inches.
What?
That's almost 2 feet.
Oh, it failed.
Listeners at home, just so you were aware,
Tape
we
measure.
found a tape measure
That's
and
my
now we're
best
trying
guess.
to.
I don't know.
A little worse than Xander's.
I
must
have
done.
done.
Okay, so we cool with my plan?
I think so.
I don't think I understand the plan, but I understand fire, make noise, run.
He's distracting the guards to delay
Okay,
him getting
2 feet.
Too far.
I mean,
So.
actually, I just had an even better
Actually,
idea.
nailing 2
What's
V's.
your idea?
I
Okay, 20
cast
inches.
Blazing Armory, give them a flaming great
You're
axe,
moving
and just
too.
have them
How
run full
dare.
sprint across the library
most
in view of the guards.
most people are just kind of staying in place. So I have to get
And
them
since
over.
they're probably faster than the guards, they could get the guards like down the stairs,
There.
jump back up the stairs, and then run back.
I can bite myself to go faster.
And then we wouldn't have to burn a book.
So your thing is just make a flaming thing as if there is a burning book?
No, they'd have a giant flaming great
I
axe.
am the
They would
fire.
run across the hallway in
the
view
fire.
of the guards. The guards would probably react to Chorus with a flaming great axe running to the library. They run to the stairway, go down a bit, and as the guards follow them down, then they can jump back up the staircase and then run back to us.
The biggest concern with that, though, is that if
How
we're
fast?
perceived as a threat, they might come straight for you as well.
Well, not if they're trying to stop me from setting things on fire with an axe.
There's multiple
also-
guards.
That's true.
But also, a question.
You need to seem
How
like the
fast are
biggest
the
threat
guards?
these guys
I
are.
feel like if they have the axe, I feel like it's pretty easy for them to seem like the biggest threat.
Yeah, but they
Also
could still
creepy.
send
Okay,
people.
and so we just need to look nonchalant.
It's
I feel like nonchalant
They know
is
where
probably
we're
not
going.
You
what we
guys
should
could
look for.
probably
I don't
say,
know.
"Oh no, Corners, don't do that. No, no, no."
Maybe, I don't know, maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe we shouldn't make it that obvious.
Yeah,
I know, it's funny.
Books burning makes me want.
this is.
It makes me.
There's nothing in this. This is paper.
Paper is cool though.
Do you want me to rip out the paper for you?
No,
Just burn the color.
that wouldn't help. Just do it.
Okay, let's go. We move.
Okay.
They move.
You head back to the stairs down to the 4th floor.
Chorus is gonna. She wants to
Agony.
quicken.
Can you do
At least it's a
bullhorn on all of us, Myfra?
Yeah.
Can you make us
No,
louder?
It's just me.
Just you?
Mm,
Not quite complete anathema.
Hey.
not quite.
Are you able to...
How good's your
Yeah.
What's your good...
death scream?
Yeah, what's your vocal range?
Do you have a death
So,
scream?
wait,
Can I do it? Can I do it?
No,
Just-
not
okay.
death metal scream. Someone's coming at you with a knife.
Can I do? I can come at you with a knife.
No, 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 no.
Just making sure, is anybody staying with
Hypothetically,
Mabana,
someone's
or
coming at you.
it's just
I'm
those-
staying
You
with me.
are
Okay.
completely
I'm
different.
assuming
Gorn,
Gordon's
Gorn,
dead.
No,
stay.
nothing.
I need you to protect.
Yeah,
Shut
okay. We'll do.
Is Jolene
Very
going with the book
quiet.
burning squad?
Okay.
I'm
That was
quiet.
good. Fine.
I'm gonna
Mifra,
need you to scream from your throat.
Mifra, we can get...
Can I scream?
Jolene,
We
are
can
you
ju-
going
get
with
chorus
them
to do
or
the scream.
staying
You
with
can
them?
all
But can
scream.
you yell as if someone's dying to get the guards help? A maniac's burning books. Yeah. Okay. They can do the death scream. They can do the death scream. I just need you to get the guards' attention to right here.
Oh yeah. Jolene, are you going with these guys,
Are
or
you going with
staying?
book burners, or are you staying with the normal people?
I am gonna stay not with the book burners.
Okay. I thought
Biggest
so.
thing for the burners.
The
Yep.
performance.
I-
Dude. This is performance art.
The truth.
Performance.
Oh, but Lord is +1 performance. Nice.
I was gonna say, I feel like at least one person needs to make a performance check.
Straight up performance.
Yeah.
Me, it's gonna be me.
I mean, that would make sense.
The
You're the
performer.
bard.
Try to get them to go down the stairs. Me and Chorus will be maniacs in the stairs, essentially.
You two are
Just
definitely
maybe like a
fit
scream
the
and I'll
maniac
scream.
vibe,
Yeah, so
I'm
we're
gonna
going to
go
go
down
down
the
to the
stairs
first set
a
of
bit.
stairs. Down the first set, then lead them down the second, and then beat them up after we get them down, maybe the third.
There's a
Or
lot of words.
essentially get them down a couple flights of stairs, and then we're back up.
I need to learn a wall spell.
A wall spell is useful.
Wall of flesh.
I'm not gonna learn that one.
Okay, y'all ready?
Out of spite.
Sure, yeah, no, but not really, but
I'm
ready
down
to
to one rainbow ice cream left, but that's for the main fight, and I can deal with that later.
Hey, you
Okay.
don't have to worry about anything until later.
Is there any wall
Do you tell
spells
me
in the
what
Bible?
you're about to?
Not yet. I want the guards here first.
Okay.
What do you want to do? Do you want the guards to follow us? Let's be on the stairs.
Yes.
Nice sound.
Never missed that actually.
Death string.
Oh my. Uh-oh. Something gives me the feeling it
Oh
started.
no.
Make a performance
Myfra.
check. Both of you.
I need to reroll.
Oh,
The dice are not happy with us.
Yeah,
We had too much good luck yesterday.
What's with all the twos?
There are a lot of twos.
We had too much good.
I don't really want to re-roll that,
Plus 10.
but
And you use ball
Plus-
I'm
Five.
going to use
Plus
my
one.
ghost vibes
So
to
it's
re-roll
Plus
this.
16.
So
Okay.
36. Well, I think
Okay.
they might have caught it up
Considerably
anyway.
better.
Because they got 36 on a nat 20.
After doing Bullhorn, nat 20. Well, on a reroll with Mythic, 36.
Very
Yes.
nice.
15.
I think I covered it.
The snake carries. And
Yes!
it's hard to tell if it worked like fully at first, but like after a second you do hear footsteps rapidly approaching, and then eventually.
Time to go.
Run down the stairs. I'm
Yeah.
going.
Good-
I don't even run. I want to just jump.
Yeah,
No,
don't
no,
go-
I'm not doing the
all
super
the way.
jump, I'm just-
Yeah, not all the way down.
I'm just letting gravity.
Okay.
I just send it.
Okay.
So you run down the
Guess
stairs
Myfra's
as
gone.
the footsteps.
Let's see if they
follow
keep-
you.
Okay.
Wait, so did you leave the
Yes.
scene back to like?
Yes,
Okay.
back to the.
So-
Make a stealth check for me.
Oh crap. Oh, they're coming down. Oh no, I didn't.
Well, wait, you're going back to the.
To
Yeah.
the wall, I'm
Are
assuming.
you
wall,
going
yeah.
back to the wall or are you coming down to burn?
Oh, no.
No, I'm coming back.
Okay, yeah, make the
Okay.
make the stealth check then. Just want to make sure I understood.
Uh-oh. I should probably reroll that.
That's up to you.
We're going to hell. Bye. If we
Well,
get
that would be
arrested, maybe we'll bring it
That
up
would
there.
be a 10 if I didn't
Nice.
reroll.
Okay, so I'll wait till.
You got to decide. Again, there is a potentially
Probably
big
still
fight
yelling.
coming up. So.
Chorus is
Yeah.
still yelling. I'm just gonna say that Chorus is still yelling.
It's a punishment for
Because-
rolling a 10.
I don't want
Well,
to.
you'll see. Depends on what you choose.
Yeah. That
I
makes
literally just said I'm gonna save that for later.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So you like start to slither like back through the sorry.
Oh no.
Through the bookcases back towards where you remember the wall being, and like a guard sees you and is like, "You, what are you doing?
Back upstairs.
Did you see what happened?"
Someone started a fire down there.
Make another performance.
Oh
check.
gosh.
Or deception, I think in this case.
Deception's pretty good.
Chorus is still yelling.
They're the same.
Yeah, they're the
I
same.
just don't want to hurt my throat.
Interesting. That's a 1.
Brutal dice roll tonight, okay?
Interesting. Punishment.
I should probably.
The law of equivalent exchange.
one of my plans went off without a hit, another one did not.
The law of equivalent exchange.
Yeah, the diplomacy went too well.
I don't know if I want to re-roll that or not.
I mean, if you don't, 90% chance you're getting arrested.
Do you want to fight earlier or late? These are doing the. Prevent the fight right now by re-rolling with your mythic.
I've been using mythic points because I don't think I
True,
can
but I
use
only
any
have-
of my
but if I
mythic
do it, I
points for
only have
combat,
one left.
really.
I can't really either.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't have any combat things for mythic, it doesn't matter a huge amount.
Okay,
I do.
then I don't, so actually that actually helps.
Yeah.
I can become Shadow, but that's really about it. But that's not a combat thing.
Become strongest.
That could have helped with the stealth thing, though. But
It could have, too late.
I mean,
it is still mythic.
Mythic
proficiency.
Technically better with Mythic Proficiency.
you're level.
You rolled above a
level-
1. It is a
What
very
level are we?
Plus 15.
Chaos Gremlins in the stairwell
Plus your Riz.
screaming.
Plus your Riz plus
33.
or level what?
It's level plus 10.
I would
So
15.
15.
Plus charisma plus your roll.
Charisma.
Yeah, because you're doing a deception roll. So you
Deception.
Well, you don't use that number anymore because you're using your mythic.
Mythic proficiency. Aye.
So it's 15
Okay.
plus your roll plus
Worst
charisma.
case,
So
there's a
it's,
ton of guards walking
deception
past
is
you
a
then.
charisma.
Split
I'm
up,
pretty
go for the main door.
So
24?
Okay, yeah.
Alright.
24?
They kind of like
Or
look at you slightly
I grab you,
suspiciously, but are like,
And I jump.
Well, that's if we
Very
get
well.
blocked, but I'm talking specifically if we get
stay out
blocked
of
from
trouble,
returning
stay
to
away from
specifically
them,
them.
we'll have them
and they
under
can.
control.
Alright.
And
Yes,
they-
sir.
It was great.
Wander
Thanks for
off.
breaking the door.
Because we'll at least make the diversion for them.
And I'm gone.
Diversion.
Yikes.
Team diversion should have gotten
Okay,
the
do
flaming
we do I hear
battle
guards
also.
at the entrance?
No.
like at the mouth of the stairs.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saving
Yes.
that for the violence.
Okay.
Like
that-
as you're there for a second, like sounds of footsteps very quickly are like coming and seem to have gotten to the top.
Okay, then I would then activate that message saying start the ritual.
Go time.
Go time.
Lana says
You go
to
for it.
everybody there.
I'm
course
keeping
it's
watch.
As you hear screams from the distance.
Yeah, I guess I'm just keeping watch if somebody is coming our way.
Well, Chorus is
Yeah,
waiting
you
for
see
the
like
guards to get
different
closer.
runes like kind of just fly off from like her fingers, and she kind of like traces things into
Rude.
the door.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye out, make sure there's nobody coming
Chorus
at
is
us.
going
So
to-
none of the guards decided.
Perceive. And Myfra, I'll say
This is the
in a little bit you get back to the door, but you're probably still walking there.
Chorus.
Jolene, you can perceive if you wish
Yeah.
to like just see what's happening in the door. Gorn will also keep more.
13.
19.
Gorn got 23.
Chorus is
I've
willing.
rolled I6 like 7 times this session. You're banished.
I've
no
rolled
dice.
at least 3 threes. I know Alice has rolled at least 1. I know Nick has. I'm pretty sure Nick rolled at least 1 too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dice have been mean.
So many 2s.
Dice are
Swapping the blood
brutal.
dice. I don't
Are you
know.
sure about that?
No.
Maybe I need to switch
That's
to Telios.
slightly higher.
Maybe I need to
No,
switch
I-
to Telios. Maybe Telios needs a nap.
Okay, blue dice rolled the best.
But yeah, you hear like
Something
more
to believe.
footsteps kind of going in the opposite direction, but you see him in the clear for now.
Okay.
Back to you guys. What's happening?
Okay,
Chorus is gonna
Let's
pull.
Are
start
coming
Jimbo.
down the stairs.
Chorus is
Chaos
pulling out her
Gremlins.
flint and steel, and she's gonna start going down at a quick pace.
Just sparking, I'm guessing.
The movie yet.
Not sure really what the plan here is, but okay.
Okay,
Make
we
fire.
wait for them to get down. Just acting, try. I'm at least acting as chaotic as if, like, I'm a menace.
I'm not gonna ask for a performance check
Yeah.
for this because you're you and you're you.
Exactly.
Yeah, so just waiting for them to get closer.
Yeah, they
Now
kind of like
Chorus
have their
Yeah.
weapons.
Chorus is going.
Yeah,
Are you guys gonna come
Yeah.
quietly or what?
No, I'm
many are
going.
there?
This is the library. Gotta be quiet.
Checks out.
Sin. Hey.
Chorus is running
Are you running up the stairs or where are you going?
down.
Wait, don't go down a whole flight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll stay here for.
Jump up. Is the stairway have like a hole in the center? Like
That's what I
square?
imagined.
It
Because
does,
then you
yeah.
could jump up the
Yeah,
stairs.
that's what I was thinking for
I
her.
can-
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
described to him.
I
It
can-
like it's a spiral basically.
Yeah.
Can you jump?
So let's
with
go
them?
down a. Okay, I'm going to go down a little bit.
Can I slide down the banister?
Sure, I guess.
How much bulk is a Telios?
15 more.
I drank all of my milk. I got dense bones.
He doesn't have his big arm.
15
anymore, so
more.
he's
Bulk,
not-
that one.
bulk of creatures. He's a small creature, so
Yeah.
he's 3 bulk.
Would that over encumber you?
I
That's a good
doubt it.
question.
I doubt it.
I very
Probably
highly doubt it.
It would not
I'll
allow.
like a bulk or
It
That
something
would
from me.
not over-encumber. That is exactly how much she can carry right now.
I don't know.
I believe that would probably not over encumber me.
You're not here.
You're not there. Though.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're not there.
I'm just saying I could probably carry.
Okay.
That's,
Large creatures can just carry more, though.
My
yeah.
plan is to go
That's what I'm
down
saying.
for a turn and then juke them, go around them, and go back up.
Okay.
Chorus
That's
is gonna
my
follow
plan.
Telios.
Bold plan, but...
That is my plan.
Chorus is following Telios, and she's.
Okay.
And since I can do weird things with my guy going upstairs if needed.
Via the mirror.
Yeah.
Interesting, okay.
Yeah, have your duplicate
Yeah,
go
they get
the
down the
opposite
stairs
direction.
and are
Yeah.
like pretty much in front of you and moving to intercept, basically.
Where are they?
Jolene, do you think they're all
The
gonna
middle of
die?
the stairs. Technically speaking, I think this would be initiative, but I'm just gonna say you guys
Should we?
like go first and not.
It's a little bit.
Okay.
It's vague initiative.
I don't
Vague
know.
initiative, just do it as you would.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to go down for essentially what I do for the first entire thing until they're
Okay.
as they're following.
Okay.
Chorus
What
is
do you
following
do
Telios.
Okay. So
Okay.
same thing. Okay. They also do the same thing. Just follow you down.
Okay, so as far as I can get it, just make a mirror copy. Tell little Horus time to go,
Little creature.
and start my
creature
duplicate
will
going
catch.
up the stairs if I can.
What's the range on it?
30 feet away from me.
Okay.
That's what,
Yeah.
as soon as that gets
He's
farther
throwing
apart, then it
mace.
will set. That
My flail.
Okay. Yeah. You can probably get it to. Where can you see?
My plan is.
But like about 15 feet, like up diagonally.
Just make sure.
Okay.
Snortulous.
Then I'll definitely do that and just start booking as soon as I can.
Okay. You do that. What do you do next?
I'm a little. I don't actually know what's going on. I cannot see. I don't have a mental image in my brain about what's going on.
So you and Telios
So
are
you got
in
the
a
spiral
spiral staircase.
Yeah.
You're lower on the staircase than the guards currently are.
Right.
Yeah.
Telios just barely made a mirror version of himself that is running up higher.
Yeah.
And you do see that.
If I reach the top by now.
Well, you're not in the staircase. You reached the wall by now, probably.
Okay.
And once
You're back
again,
with the normal
Well,
people.
once again, everything seems pretty clear.
I'm back with the normal
Oh.
people.
Chorus is going to bite her arm so she can go faster.
Okay.
I'm gonna do. Ooh.
I trust Horus enough to not get captured here.
Yeah.
That's some trust.
I'd say it's fair enough.
It's well founded. I've seen them jump like the Hulk.
Yeah.
Now
They got hot.
Hitters. Here's the question.
Two.
Does I want to make her jump or try to
With rhymes.
athletics over them?
Wine lemons.
You were talking about jumping earlier.
I was talking about jumping earlier, but
You also
if,
do like hops.
I also do like hops, but if I can save it, I will. So I can deal a lot of damage later.
Fair enough. If needed, Telios is still there as support.
Alright. Can I throw you out? No, wait. So now we have
my
time.
copy's still next to them technically.
Yeah.
Until I start
What is
moving.
happening?
Okay. The copy's above them. The guards are there.
Try and fold this around. You got tape.
Why?
Right, tape right there. Making the staircase.
Okay.
It might be best to just jump.
That's up to you.
I don't feel like this needs overcomplicated personally.
I feel like jumping is not very complicated action.
I feel like it's pretty simple.
Not what I meant. I meant this much thought.
I'm sorry,
No worries.
Hoppity.
Hippity hoppity, I am a froggity.
I don't know about that one.
I attempted that back in the Holy Capital.
I'd believe it.
Can Chorus just do like a normal boingus?
The normal jump to the stair across the stairs.
Jumping does exist.
Like
Jumping does exist. Let me.
just a normal
Double check.
get on the inner bit of the railing and then jump to the next up.
Oh, I died.
You dying?
Nope, that's jump the spell. Come on. High jump. Let's see.
Can I have a sip?
Sure.
High jump probably makes the most sense, yeah.
Yeah.
It's half your.
I think you could probably make that, but you need to make an athletics check to try.
That
This is
athletics
too purple
check is
for
higher
Alexa's
than I
color,
expected.
right?
I'm probably gonna
I
lower
think
that
that's
because
kind
that
of
is
on point,
pretty
actually.
brutal.
Yeah.
Watches.
No,
It-
right on.
Ordinarily, it
Should I
says
send this to her?
you attempt a DC 30 athletics check. To be fair, it does say skill athletics untrained for some reason, but
I am trained in athletics.
Me when I'm athletic. So
is that what we're gonna do? Just do a normal high jump?
Yup.
Okay, make an athletics check for
Because then
me.
we can all have matching nails.
Yeah. So what I'm imagining is vaguely.
Okay.
Like we wear different dresses but matching
Hold on,
nails.
hold on. Oh, I've got a brain.
I'm sorry.
24.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say with that, you are able to like
hop and grab rail.
basically kind of like scramble onto the banister, I imagine first, and
Yeah.
just like leap up like the center and like grab the railing on the next and pull yourself up.
Yeah.
Like that one fight scene with Captain American, the Winter Soldier, or was it
Yeah.
in Civil War? One of the two.
I can't remember.
I think it was
Winter.
Civil War actually.
No, it's winter.
No, because
Oh,
it was,
you're right,
it was
yeah.
Civil War because Bucky was less insane.
Yeah.
Less insane.
He's never sane, but he was less insane.
Yeah.
He
I
was
imagine
sane
you
in
keep running.
1942, whenever the first one
Okay.
took place.
With really.
Yeah,
Questionable.
and
He was a World War II
I-
veteran.
Yeah.
So he probably had at least
I somehow
an
didn't
issue.
finish
the stairwell.
He
Also,
was
yeah, as you
Yeah,
run,
Super
you're-
Soldier and got hit with the
Why
first
does it
general.
look more purple on my phone?
They put
That was Telios,
they,
Telios.
I believe they cryo
Oh,
froze the Winter Soldiers.
Top bottom.
and yeah,
I believe that
you're,
was brought up.
Just look at
lower
this.
It's
cell
It's so much more
Yeah.
purple on my phone than it is.
Blood.
I've made the stairs.
Dropping the
Right,
burning
right
book.
after finishing it.
Yeah, as you're finishing this.
Wow, that's nice.
Stairs.
Yeah, you bump it over stuff.
Okay, so I get.
Yeah,
Is there a
see,
straight
this is
path
too
to
purple.
the? Is there a straight path
It's
to
the same.
shelf we were at?
The wall?
The wall, yeah.
That's weird.
Approximately, yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna take weaving actions through it.
Do I have any
is my
like fancy-
Okay.
Like chain monster.
And yeah, you do hear them kind of like following behind you.
How close
Maybe
are we
on
on
the
the?
screen.
Yeah,
wall?
I imagine you
technical
probably like
side.
had a
Are
little
there
bit of a head
any
start on them, though, 'cause they're
bookcases?
probably distracted with near you for at least a little bit.
Yeah, that was my
Are there any
intention.
bookcases near the stairs?
If I see a bookshelf come down, I'm gonna come over there.
There's one probably like about 10 feet away, but these are really big bookcases.
I'd imagine they're also made out of stone.
Yes.
Maybe not.
So if you're
that.
thinking about moving them, you probably could.
So you're saying my
Are
phone
there
is
any
showing a
smaller
more
furniture
accurate
bits near
color?
the stairs?
No.
If the
Outside of
technology is
bookcases,
slightly
this place
better.
They
seemingly
probably have
has,
like ladders or
Desks.
something, maybe, but
there are probably like a few rolling ladders I've seen around here, but
I
no.
got this in 2020 for COVID, and I got this my senior year.
Outside of those ladders, bookcases,
But, like,
and like the
they're
desks
very
and
obvious-
chairs
like,
at the
that's very
beginning of like
obviously
every
purple, right?
staircase, there's like
Mhm.
windows
Yeah.
furniture.
They're chairs.
And this is very obviously more blue.
Oh yeah,
There's
that's
a chair near the
significant
staircase.
wash. Yeah, it's wash.
I can
There's a
yoink
glass
it.
person
So it's like
sitting
my
there.
monitor at home.
Because it's the desk
Frozen.
Is extremely washed out on green.
The desk
Like,
top.
insane.
Throw the person in the
My screen
desk
just
chair
doesn't
down
show
the
purple.
stairs.
Which
Like,
they do seem
I guess
concerned
just the
about this,
color
but they aren't
space is
doing
just-
anything
now
about
let's
it.
She
look at
won't-
all
she
of
won't
the
do
other
that.
colors I was
Chorus,
looking at.
Chorus likes the
Maybe.
desk people. She
Just
wants
so
to
like
which
protect
one
them.
actually looks.
how are we
So
looking
what
on
in
the
my
wall
house-
dispelling?
Yeah.
Does
Meanwhile-
Ivana says, I think I've almost got it.
especially
A
since
little bit
green
longer.
is a mandatory
okay.
color.
This one was another one that I was.
I'm worried about the crackheads, but it's probably fine.
What? You want those?
So what do you guys do?
Well, like this is the color.
I
that-
guess judging the amount of time I would assume it took for running around and doing some weird maneuvers, I'd try to take a more
Colors.
just take the direct path.
Depends on how well
to
the
it.
display was made.
Okay.
Or do you want some of that?
Beast of gluttony.
Okay, but no, those are more accurate to each other.
That's your piece.
Hmm.
You know what?
The gremlins are grimming.
We were doing that in the stairwell. We were screaming.
That's
Yeah.
They
true.
were in fact.
You look like
So
you
you both are
don't
just taking a
punch the
straight
child in
path
the head, please.
Please do
Well,
not
what do
punch.
you do?
Please do not.
It would
the
be
child.
funny, but
See,
I don't
Chorus
think I'm allowed to
is in
encourage it.
protector mode.
For obvious reasons.
So
Yeah.
what she's gonna do is. Oh, are you standing on it too? Yeah.
He wants to he did it.
So like, how far is the hidden
You know what
passageway
computer
and
probably
the
doesn't have a
staircase?
lot of
Like, what is
watching
that?
now.
What did I say before? I think I said
Monitor.
like
80 feet for the whole.
Because that's
Yeah, 80
turned off.
80
every
feet
So,
from top of the
she's-
staircase that you're at.
Probably gonna put herself at a 35
That's why
point.
we look on my monitor and see which
So,
one
like,
these two is the most
She's gonna go back, but she's gonna stop.
Or you could send
And
it
get
to me.
From the wall.
I can look at it
Yeah.
on my drawing.
Yeah.
So she's near, but not. But
Which
she
has
very
wants to be the
good
first
color
line of
correction.
defense.
Okay.
That is.
That could work.
You,
Yeah.
yeah, you both make
Or-
it to your way back.
My
and,
because it has it is HDR
I'm looking
certified.
for nail polishes. I don't need to be looking for
you
nail
like
polishes
do
right
catch
now.
line of sight. Everybody else
for
at the wall
something in
sees the two
October, but
crackheads.
at the same time,
Oh no.
We have reserved the
Forrest
crackhead.
does
Book
have her.
burners.
What do
The
you call
crackheads
this?
are approaching.
The battle axe.
Good, I think I'm almost done.
Goody goody.
Okay.
As in just like a second.
How many?
Baby's got a stick too. He wants a stick.
I'm assuming the guards are also visible behind us.
Not yet.
Not quite
This
yet.
Not
was
quite
the-
yet.
this-
Okay,
This was
good.
the color that it is. This is a
Can,
going down.
can I look at yeah. They would definitely know. There's no point hiding.
What if I
They
just
know.
send all three
They know
of
for
these
sure.
to Alexa and I'm like,
Yeah, we're just
what?
discussing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one
Yeah.
looks best?
Chorus is
Okay.
ready to be first line of defense. She's got
After
her
like just a
butchering
few more
axe.
seconds, like Mavana finishes like just basically drawing a rune on the door, and it like slowly slides back.
You guys didn't hurt any books, did you?
Only
No.
the bland
These
one.
are closer to the same color.
We didn't hurt
Oh, yeah, those
any
are
book
definitely
except
close.
for
So is
the
it
one
type-
that
is it just
we
the purple
told you
ones
we
like
would
that?
hurt.
Okay.
We're good,
don't
let's
know.
go.
I'm
Some
gonna
are
pull
fucking-
up. I'm gonna pull up.
Okay, Chorus is.
Everybody,
And we're in.
yep.
Me when we're in it.
Probably not safe, but we're in.
Almost certainly not. We're about to
definitely
throw
not
down this big man.
We're definitely not safe. We are considered trespassing at this point.
Wow.
Yeah,
Let
you go
us
into
know.
a very
Box is
dark,
trespassing now.
just like side passage.
I'm
Make
currently
me bleed.
Secret tunnel through the pyramid.
Okay,
That
This
got
is-
you for like
this
a
is purple.
second after
Yeah.
I did it.
that you let go of it.
But
Does the
like, I
door
did a shadow
close behind
jab,
us?
Oh,
and then
yes.
you stunned for a second
Okay.
here, and then stopped.
I'm
What?
just.
Does the
comparing
door close
purples
behind
right
us?
now, 'cause
I
It
closed
does
the door
not.
behind
Okay.
us.
Oh, good. Okay.
Okay.
You want more pizza?
Make a. You're just like trying to pull it closed, basically.
That's
You
like
want that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess make it an athletic check.
Okay,
Not
yeah.
just one.
dark.
I'm not
Purples
very
are-
The door's
purple.
not that important.
Purples are not
Maybe
purple.
it
Purples are not purple right now.
No.
That's a total of 12.
Discovered the
Which would mean that it's
But-
like a.
So dark tunnel.
Yep. You just enter like a very dark tunnel that like kind of slowly curves upwards.
If it's the purples that are
Guess we're
purple that I'm
sprinting.
looking at, what if
Get
it's
okay.
the reds that are?
Me
Right.
win.
maybe
Because that's how screens work, right?
Yes.
LGB.
RGB.
RGB.
Close enough.
I love my LGBTQ monitor.
I know
It is that
That's
time.
bisexual lighting.
Yep.
It is that time of year, apparently.
But yes.
You all picked up on what I was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was
Hot
funny.
take.
It's
also.
June as recording. It's June.
Me when it's June.
It's May. Don't lie to them.
But yeah, make a perception.
Every month
The
can
one
be
before
gay month if
June.
you're at this
Thank you.
table.
Make a
I just said
perception
randomly.
check.
Red,
Got it.
red.
Oh gosh.
You too.
That
make
is
a perception
horribly
check.
washed out.
Proceeding.
My red and my screen is dead.
I
It
feel like I failed
immediately
it.
betrays me.
Okay.
15.
21.
12.
We're perceiving?
22.
It's a mole.
That's not
I'm a little concerned about this combat. You guys are.
I rolled 2
Oh,
ones in a row.
wait, was this
in a
initiative
row.
or
No,
was
no,
this
no,
perception?
just
perceiving.
perception.
Okay.
Just
But
perception.
Same roll.
combat is extraordinarily.
It's okay, combat will be good. We're rolling bad now, so you can roll good for combat.
I hope so.
Yes.
Yeah, get the luck out.
Were we all supposed to perceive or just these three?
Everybody.
Okay.
That
I
made
rolled
us
the
point at
natural
you.
one to perceive.
1 times 3. 27.
Okay, sorry, 27, not one, so no.
Say that again.
What's 9?
Times 3.
Okay. I thought you
Yes,
said
that's
what's 3 times 3.
22.
Not to be very concerned.
21.
8. What's 3?
But
What's
yeah,
1?
3 times
3.
9
You
is
guessed
22.
it.
18 is 9 times 2.
Mhm.
My perception is a 9. That would be 9 times 3.
Yes. 27.
I saw a video of someone corrupting a Wii party.
I don't
It's like,
understand what
what's
people do with
3
fingers.
What'd you get?
1. You
Okay,
guessed it.
so-
15.
34
Would you like me to explain it to you?
No, not right now.
Okay.
numbers.
Taurus and Watame, y'all don't hear it, but the rest of you do hear like footsteps run like basically behind where you were for a second, but then they just stop for a second.
We're outside of the mapped location.
Push out of bounds, baby.
It more seems like they are just like basically standing guard for if you come back and or
Ah, yes.
trapping you.
So
Basically, they're like, okay, so they're going upstairs, so either the big man's gonna kill them or they're gonna come back down and we're gonna kill
Perfect
them.
time for a long rest.
I don't think that's a good idea.
You may
Nap
not rest.
time!
You may not rest while monsters are nearby.
I am the monster.
You can never rest then.
We can never rest.
Of course, rest's the easiest out of all of my characters.
My character's biologically good at resting.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Sky, you wouldn't know what good rest is like.
I don't want to.
Would
Whoa,
bisector,
whoa!
would bisector dream?
I wanna dream.
Now she does. She didn't used
I
to.
wanna dream.
Could you hand me that charger that's not being used? I believe that's the one.
The one.
What did you say?
Yeah.
Microsoft Surface.
No.
Microsoft Surface, yes.
Yes, I was correct.
Alrighty.
However,
So,
Apple's
continuing
upset.
up the stairs, I'm assuming we're hitting a door.
Max
Yeah, you hit another stone door. This one is not magical.
I would like to
This is
listen
called
through the door
MagSafe,
first.
Specifically.
Okay.
I
Try to
don't
proceed.
know. I'm not a computer yet.
It's literally just magnets
20.
with pogo sticks.
In Pogo
You can't make
stick.
out
Wow,
anything
Pogo,
super
Pogo
specific,
pole. Interesting.
but it seems
connectors.
like
Classic.
It's pogo.
a
connectors,
fairly
so just
deep
squish it.
voice is talking
Specific on the
to like
side.
a
Suspicious.
female voice in there.
But I'm listening specifically for guards.
You can't hear anything like outside of that
Anything's-
vague conversation.
Okay. There's people
I
talking.
wonder.
Does somebody want to listen for guards?
I went to-
can't tell. Okay.
Oh,
No,
wow,
what?
that is.
Another
Of
not
course,
on.
can't
You know
hear
what?
anything.
Am I allowed to listen? to
These
that?
dice are.
Let me read up on
Yeah,
the...
you
Gotta
don't
be
like
banned.
lean up to the door, but
Substantially better. That
Is there a keyhole or anything?
27.
no, it's just like another
No
flat
key.
stone door.
Okay, no way.
27.
Okay, you're able to hear a little bit more. There's a female voice that's like
This
Talk-
is listening into the chamber that we're assuming Rock
Is the same.
It's
so
dark,
yeah.
right?
What?
It's dark.
Yeah, it's dark.
Okay. You know what would be funny? I
No.
want to get closer to the voice, but,
Whipple mode?
but before I do that, I want to become Shadow with my mythic feet.
Oh, so you're gonna open the door and enter in then?
Sneak.
Oh,
Because the
it's
door's
door?
closed.
Oh, never
Yeah,
mind.
Yeah,
cur-
the door-
currently
the door is
we're
closed.
just like listening against the door.
So yeah, the female voice is like talking to this other guy, and like, let's see, how do I say? Trying to think of words. Sorry,
I know.
the things.
You ever hear
you
of
know.
Shubis?
Yeah.
What?
That's what they're saying.
Shubis?
Yeah, I don't know. They're fantasy characters. They can talk about fantasy things.
I'd be both.
Yes, they can, but this one is probably talking about like. They're basically saying that, asking if Rodimace thinks that, like, the plan that they have basically is good, and they basically like ask for advice, and eventually you kind of like hear that they're asking if Rodimace thinks moving soldiers up to the north border is a good idea or not. To which the deep voice, or the deeper voice, which you presume is Rodimace, it says, I believe that is necessary.
We would know of what country that would be above north of this one, right?
Right there.
You can make a society check, but
This is the voice.
Not Myfra, Lucy one.
Watame.
Watame.
What?
Came from a different country, but I don't think they were the North one. 30-20. I have society of 2.
Okay.
Two society.
Imagine having any skill under 4.
Guys, why do I keep losing?
I have several of 1.
So,
I have
you're
several
not sure.
zeros.
Watame, this concerns you because
Oh,
you are
that's
from
where
the
you're from.
country that is on the north border
Okay, I
of this
knew-
place. It's
Thought I
Seldor.
knew.
I am North.
Yes. You didn't exactly have like a country set up for yourself, right?
Not really, no.
Okay. I wanted to make sure, but
Yeah.
yeah, you are from the North Country, which I named Seldor.
Seldor.
What do you do?
I would like to try to open the door.
If you as soon as that door opens, I will become shadow. So
I guess make an athletics check still.
Alrighty, that is 27.
Yeah, you're able to open the door.
I forgot I'm still so
Alright,
bad.
so become shadow time. It is.
So bad
How long
myself.
does it
Yeah.
last?
Yeah.
I have 2.
I would say while we're in the darkness, I probably. How dark do you need it to be?
Good question. It just says, you unleash your mythic power to shroud yourself in darkness and in silence to stalk your prey. When you attempt to check to hide or sneak, or when you roll stealth or initiative, you can spend a mythic point to become concealed and attempt to check or roll.
So-
Okay, so it doesn't need to be dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact,
They're like in
so I'm gonna have
between
my
characters.
halo on, so you're hidden in the shadows behind the lamp.
You just want that.
Okay, so yeah, you are immediately concealed. Got you.
Yes, I just.
And when you roll initiative,
It's mythic
stealth or
proficiency.
initiative, you can do it on anything. Okay, cool.
Cute.
I thought your stealth is
All right,
better than
so
your perception.
y'all doing?
This point.
Y'all just walking in now?
Yeah. I'd
Hello!
probably-
I'm gonna
okay.
leave a copy
Yeah.
behind at the
Become
door.
shadow.
Okay.
My friend Watame
They-
tried to schedule an
They
appointment
immediately
with you.
turn around. So I'll describe the scene a little bit before we getting to that part. So as you walk in, it's this massive, like, circular shaped area. It's probably like 50 by 50 foot, like, but circle, you know? So, you know, technically not, but. And it, like, the ground is covered in, like.
No,
what?
draw it. I cannot. I cannot.
What is the
comprehend.
ground covered in?
The ground is covered in, like, the glass sand. Like you had before.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was gonna try really hard and listen really well, but then I realized, no.
Brain no functionality.
What part of 50-foot circle that you got confused
I don't know
at
what
that
that
point?
means.
It's a circle with
That-
a diameter of 50 feet.
Well, that doesn't tell me what it means to chorus.
It's a
How do you not know what a
that's
circle is?
50 feet in
Circle
diameter.
shapes are weird.
It's just a circle that's 50 feet in diameter.
You're in a big room full of sand.
Okay, thank you.
I don't like sand.
It's coarse and it's rough and it gets
Yes. No harsh angles in this
This
room.
side of the table is
And
about
it's
to murder
irritating,
children.
and it gets everywhere.
Hey, I got you a present. Hey, I got you a present. Hey, I got you a present.
Thank you.
I don't know why they're so crunchy. These are the crunchy.
I think they're stale.
They might be stale.
Got you a present.
Bad circle, but that.
Okay.
Wide area.
Filled with sand, glass sand ball.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
hey!
the ground is
Jolene's got good luck today.
very good.
That's the line for this
will
party
turn out-
today.
I was gonna say,
Well, I'm at it.
based on so far,
Speculations will turn out well.
you mine?
You want to try that again?
You mining?
I'm mining?
You're mining?
Minecraft?
Minun? The Pokemon?
This seems fairly accurate at this exact moment for Watame. Business opportunity moment.
You will win success in whatever you adopt.
A child.
What in the world does this mean?
Are you adopting
What
a
does
child?
he say?
Your warmth radiates on those around
Second
you.
grade.
Can you tell Dad?
Does my
You're
warmth
adopting
radiate on
grade.
you?
It's mine now.
Okay.
Yes. I will adopt the greed. It's mine now. It's my child.
Wow.
I got admirers concealing their affection for you.
Okay, yeah, so the room is very bright. It has like a massive glass dome over it. The ground is covered in the glass sand that you have, but it's like almost like kept like the kind of rock garden type things where there's like circles like kind of carved all throughout it. There's like a bunch of flowing lines basically.
Nice, very pretty, very pretty.
Oh, like a Zen garden?
Yeah, like a Zen garden type thing. And there are also like big stone platforms, like kind of on either side. And then at the center, you do see big R. That's a
Oh, he's very big.
Oh.
bad R.
Oh,
He
he
is
Lord.
a big. He is a big guy.
He's
I'm
Lord.
ready
do
to
a
fight
better
big
R
guy.
on that.
I can get more markers also.
He is very large.
Hola!
No, they're large.
There we go.
He's
No.
huge.
No. Yeah.
But yeah, there we go. Good now. Anyway, you see at the center Rodimus, who just like his.
Where are we coming in from?
You are coming in from.
Okay.
But yeah, Rodimus himself, like, basically is just like a massive glass construct similar to the ones that you've seen before, but way bigger. He, like, his lower half, he doesn't have legs. Instead, the glass of the sand just, like, kind of grows up into his torso and arms. And he is probably, like, 15 feet tall. He is a big man.
Hello!
He's kind of a glass statue.
And then there's also another person.
Yes, there is. I was getting to that. There is.
Woman.
There is in fact
Suspicious.
Riding him like a T-Rex.
Probably on this side.
Why?
I don't know. T-Rexes are rideable.
So can we see them?
Not very well, but you probably can, like... Actually,
How tall up?
no, they probably wouldn't be there. I'm trying to think. Remember where they would be here. Which they're still probably, like, slightly obscured by Rodimus himself. Just
His
because
R
he-
himself.
But you can see a little bit. They're like a dwarf lady who's fairly short, but they, like, have on stark black armor.
Uh-oh.
And just like they have a like pretty heavily scarred face, and like they basically seemingly have just a length of like dead wood wrapped around their arm.
Interesting. And Chorus is yapping.
Hello!
Chorus is in fact yapping.
My name is Chorus, and we tried to set an appointment with you, but they said that we couldn't, but we really needed to talk to you because we came to donate information to your library. But then my friend was like, hey, you know, it'd be really cool if I could own this library, so we came to ask if we could inherit it after you die.
Man, you're loud for being in the library.
You're very big.
Watame raises their hand and is like, yeah.
Being so loud.
I do appreciate all of your contributions.
Yeah, for the record, wonderful library. I
It's
love
honest
it.
work.
Basically, stuff's going down. There's a chance that we have to fight. I would rather not, 'cause that would be rude. But, you know, government doing bad things to people, not good. So, I was wondering if I could ask you if, under the circumstances that you die, I could be in charge of the library so it doesn't get destroyed, because that would be a tragedy beyond all things.
And we do not like tragedies beyond all things, you know.
Like, I don't even have to, like, manipulate it all, just, like, have some, like, be in charge of it so, like, you know, it doesn't get, like, into disrepair if something happens to you.
I imagine, given your bearing, you are Watame.
Yes.
Yes.
That is me.
It's a pleasure to finally meet you. The miracle has told me a little bit about you.
Oh, joy. Have I met them?
You have not directly, but they know of you.
Have
They
they
know
met
me?
them? Has the
They-
thing that is in me met them? Because, you know, the angel.
I don't know that one.
Okay.
That's a little bit.
So I'll have to ask
Beyond.
the miracle if I meet them.
Yes.
Okay. I'll do that. I would ask the angel, but being able to speak in a way that is not nightmarish is not really their thing at the moment.
That's not very polite of them, though.
I don't think they have much of a choice. It's just they can't speak unless... I mean, if you want to pummel me half to death, then they
it's
can
fine,
speak,
it's
but...
fine. You're not as nice as you.
No, probably not. But yeah, it's just... Since I knew something was going to happen and there's a non-zero chance that this is going to turn into a fight, I figured I'd get this out of the way first, because if something happened to your library, I would die of
Should we try?
I
sadness.
would also be extraordinarily sad.
Yeah.
And unfortunately,
How are you made of
there is
glass?
pretty much no. I'll get to it in a sec. Hang on. There is seemingly no way for us to avoid fighting.
Unfortunately. You
But-
seem like a really cool guy, like with the smart stuff.
Thank you.
I don't know you much past that, though, so...
I feel like you and I would have gotten
Not
along
too green.
under different circumstances.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Ooh.
I do not wish to face the ire of my god.
Yeah, honestly, fair enough. I can't really fault you for that one. They seem very powerful.
I
I think that's all.
A fan of cruel
they
and
kind of
unusual
like,
punishment.
like look
I have a question.
like they are not sure if hang on. They kind of look as if they're not sure if they should say this for a second, but then they do say, I do agree that some of the miracles ways are a little bit wrong, but I believe it is for the best if they remain. However, I do like you. You're a cool person.
Thank
And
you.
Less
Chorus.
less not
Chorus,
you.
please.
So I'm. How about we have a little game, say,
I like games.
before we do this.
Okay.
We'll take turns asking each other questions,
Oh boy.
Oh no.
and whoever can't answer honestly first loses. If
I'm
you-
assuming part of the rule is I can't ask a question I don't know the answer to, because that would make sense.
Oh no, you can ask whatever question you'd like, but if the other person cannot answer with any of their knowledge to a satisfactory level,
I see.
then they lose. And he like kind of summons a little ethereal bell
Oh,
next
dear.
to him. This will ring if either of us lies. If you win, I will give you the deed to my library.
Ooh.
This is high octane gaming.
Chorus sees the bell and pulls out her thing to be like. Before she puts it back, because she respects rules of games.
He notices that and says, "Yes, I did hear that you killed Gorn." And then he kind of like looks over at Gorn. And
Gordon is my best friend.
Yeah, well, we killed the body of Gorn that the
And I'm not
miracle did
sorry.
the things to, but
Though
then
I
we
will-
got the spirit and
Though
we
I
made him
will
a full
say, I
body.
do enjoy I do find what's happened to him interesting.
Okay.
Anyway,
Can you ask how it's made of glass? Or can I ask that? Can I have that question?
any of your companions may ask or answer questions. I'll either explain.
And if we lie, we lose.
Yeah, I'd imagine lying is
I
a
don't-
no-no.
So we have to
Yes.
get him to lie?
No,
No.
we need to get him to.
You
We need to ask a question that he can't answer. So,
How many of your... How does the information in the books get into you? Do you have to read it first?
I have to read it, yes. Though many of these are research that I have done.
yeah. See, the problem is I immediately thought of a question that I know you can't answer, but I can't answer it either. So it feels uncouth to use that. You know, things like that feel like they would be cheating, but I don't know. You know, it's hard to say.
I suppose. If you want to make that rule, I'm fine with that.
Nah,
Okay.
I'd say it's more interesting the other way. I'm just gonna. I feel like as a moral
we can
point,
start slower. We can.
as a moral point, I feel like I'll try not
And if-
to ask questions that I can't answer.
Any of us ask the question.
So, yeah,
we
if
can't
they-
answer. We.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Yes.
She gets the deed. Not. I wouldn't. I don't want. No offense. I don't want the
Yes.
deed. Okay.
I will say no offense. I only trust her to.
No.
give you a paragraph of my library.
Totally valid. I wouldn't trust myself with the library either.
I mean, like, you could build a fence.
What?
You can,
I feel like we're in a remote enough
We're not-
area that.
we're not taking a fence, but we could build one. There's no fence to
Don't
take
worry
here.
about them. They don't.
I was
They
gonna
don't
say,
know
maybe
what's
don't
happening.
have her ask or answer my questions.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Can I?
Unless you ask a question that I know I can't answer, I probably won't.
It's
refer to
probably
them.
advice to rely on me in this kind of game.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a good idea.
Is this
You're not
relying-
exactly.
Is this supposed to be a back and forth? Or
Yes, I will ask you questions as well, and you will ask me questions.
okay.
It's a
And I guess at this point I'm just asking questions about the rules.
Yeah, we're doing the pregame. We're rule 0.
Thanks for perfecting my circle.
Do you think?
Telios and all
Do you,
goes out standing at the edges.
Standing.
Yeah, as me, there's questions that I know I could ask that Xander couldn't answer.
I mean, maybe.
But it feels out of pocket to do that. Because, like, I could ask questions about the Angels of Lore that I know you wouldn't have the answer to.
Yes.
do you think? we
Which
could ask-
feels-
God is might. Wish I could just roll religion for it and say that he knows the answer.
Me win.
Cheating.
Maybe.
Do you think you could ask about
Also, with that scenario, you did tell them pretty much most.
I
of
told
the
them, like,
basics.
yeah. But there are certain things that, like, I don't know about.
No.
Yeah.
That I would imagine they might not also know about.
Yes. But that's kind of the point of the game.
Uh-huh. Funny enough, somebody... yeah.
So do you accept or do you just?
We have fruit snacks.
I mean,
I just found it. You
yeah,
found
I
it.
accept the game. I'm just thinking
Who likes
about
fruit snacks?
how exactly I'm gonna go about this. Who starts?
I'll allow you to start. You're the guest up there.
So we'll start slow, so I'm safe to not ask something that I think
you like fruit
nobody would know the answer to.
Rachel
Very well.
likes.
Okay. Sorry, I'm watching that marker just erase lines and it causes me pain.
El Tren Amarillo.
I can't. I keep thinking of questions that are too out of pocket.
What's the window go?
This is another clarifying on the rules. This isn't going to count, right?
No.
Okay.
That one did go.
Well, he could answer it.
Is this like a? How many questions do we have one shot at this, or can we ask multiple questions?
Well, multiple questions. We
Okay.
go until one of us.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We keep asking questions back and forth, and whoever can't answer a question first
Mental
loses.
attrition.
You're gonna have to also actually speak because I don't actually know sign language.
I spelled it out. Let me just message it to you.
What? Oh wait, do it again.
Something gives me the feeling I know what you were saying.
Yeah.
But I did promise I would start easy.
I will do so as well to honor that.
So, I guess the first, yeah, that's what I found.
Yeah.
This feels, sorry, random thing, but I opened up Fortune Cookie finally. This feels ominous for Radames.
What is?
Yeah.
What does it say?
It says there are big changes ahead for you.
Oh.
Oh. Interesting. I'm waiting for Alice to get back because my first question may or may not be about them.
That's fine. You can wait.
Or involve them.
Yeah.
Also,
I'm gonna say this out loud since we're at a pause.
Yeah.
One of the questions running through my mind is asking him how to summon how to meet or where to find Watato.
No.
Because I'm like, first of all, how much does he know about Watato? Second of all, would he know how to find Watato?
You're back.
Can you ask him if...
There's a man walking.
At least it's better. It's not
Man
perfect.
is falling
Not
into the
yet,
river
but
like
it's
this.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. You get the idea.
But yeah, there are definitely a few questions I'm thinking of that I feel like Radames wouldn't be able to answer, but it depends.
I have a question.
The first-
That's kind of the game.
Yeah. Cause yeah.
But you can also abuse this to get information you don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was about to do.
I have a question.
Because I was about to ask something for Chorus. So I was about to ask about the tree.
You know what you should
Okay.
ask him?
Yeah.
Can I write it down for you?
Why? No, you are not allowed to write in my book. I've seen your handwriting. You can say it out
I'll
loud.
do it really tiny.
Just like whispering in my ear. Or, yeah, write on your own paper. 'Cause I don't, my notebook is precious. My notebooks. Plural.
The worst gag gift for Watame.
You can just whisper to me.
They would kill you. They would cast harm on you 4 times.
But it would be a bit funny.
That would be.
Radames. No.
That is my name.
No, I'm not talking to you. Thank you.
What is your name?
Thank you.
I'm sorry on her behalf.
I'm also sorry, my,
No.
I forget my
About
mother sometimes.
Yeah, she's not.
I mean,
She's not
I'm
built
like
for
raised in
this.
a library.
That's true.
The first question that comes to mind is we've been trying to figure out why Chorus keeps getting
Yes, I
visions
figured it
of
out.
a tree that
But
we
does he
believe
know it
exists
now?
at the middle of the Scarlet Briar. So would you know what the connection between them might be?
He
Like a magic
changes his
library
look to you.
like
Yeah.
something's been added.
Look at
to
you
it.
slightly closer.
Probably doesn't like no who.
He probably knows it's something.
He like
added. No,
brings like
what's
his hand
in
close
what
to
was
your
added.
face and like
Yeah.
moves
Chorus.
his finger
Maybe.
and like moves his finger in front of you and like literally seemingly uses it as a magnifying glass to look at you.
Why do I have that written down as just a lemon?
I suppose you shouldn't make a check. But I don't know.
Lemon.
You'll pass this.
Yeah. I tried to ask something that's more in his domain first.
Yeah. Even me making a check is questionable, but I figured I would for the fun of the game. Anyway,
That one fails immediately.
I mean it's possible. Anyway,
That would be unfortunate. I'd feel bad, but it would also be in my favor. So not
I
that.
just remembered I'm still
he
concerned.
like looks Chorus over a few times, like,
Seen behind them.
Most likely, the Scarlet Briar is a home of
I mean,
demons. So
it is
most
with mythic
likely,
proficiency.
since your friend here is a tiefling, that she has some blood of demons from the Briar.
That is a dumb answer.
I mean, it is technically.
Oh, no.
True.
Will they, will
The
they
bell
see,
didn't
will they
I can't
see
tell
the
more
glass
than-
just...
I can't tell more than that. Just
Will they
by
see the
looking
glass
at
just
They-
hard if I start moving?
it. I suppose I will add, if you're actively seeing visions of the Briar itself, most likely it's a fairly strong connection, one that I haven't quite seen before.
Gets handed a snack.
Jolene actually also just handed a Chorus a snack there for no reason.
Like, shut up. I don't know.
Maybe Trent's a little
I
quiet.
don't know. Will they see the glass
This is
moving?
kind of
I'd
the
imagine
high
so, since it's
mental
sand.
mental
That's part of the stealth
thing
check.
here we need to.
Will they see the glass move?
That's how. That's part of the stealth check would be to make that not visible.
So the thing is, they're looking at the entire party.
Yes, and we're kind of distracting.
I feel like Watame might have gotten closer to Radames.
Okay.
So like walk up to be like sort of like in talking, in more like
So
talking.
probably like back
This is
here.
what.
Yeah.
Well,
Not that
Chorus.
Oh.
So probably here.
Here.
Yeah.
Here.
Why would Chorus be ahead of me then? I feel like Chorus.
Because Chorus walked up to him.
because he wanted Radames wanted
Oh,
to
yeah.
like, inspect her basically.
Yeah, fair enough.
Chorus is gonna.
That makes sense.
Inspection.
Okay.
This is Watame.
Outside of that, I'm afraid I can't really give more information. But
Hmm.
you are likely your ancestors were from the Briar.
Start sniffing like a lizard.
Tasting the truth in the air.
He thinks to himself slightly for a second and decides, what do you know about the angel within you exactly?
I'd imagine heck legally lore check.
Yeah, probably, but you can use
Fuck.
your... Do you have, like, the angel
I
of lore
want
lore?
to.
Yeah, I have an angel of lore skill.
Use that.
Yeah. I figured. My dice is not happy with me today.
Oh
But
no.
it's not too terrible.
I want to.
Considering Watame literally has an angel in them and follows this religion, I imagine the DC would not be very high for this.
Yeah, it's
but
not.
it is still,
I don't feel like you could fail this one. It's just what you
yeah,
know.
18.
Yeah, in fact, with an 18 you're completely
Yeah.
fine. Plus, really,
Yeah. So
I don't know if you would be able to fail this one.
I don't know a lot of specifics. I know that they were sent to this world for like collecting information. Based on some of the dream messages they've been sending me, I have reason to believe they interacted with somebody potentially evil, which led to their state of near death, which led them to have to be near me. They have not felt the need to share with me exactly what it was they were researching or looking into yet. But I do believe they were looking into most likely something to do with either the religion around here or maybe just something about the people.
Okay. By the way, did you ever give them a name?
No, we've just been calling them the Angel.
Okay.
I imagine that's probably what Watame knows them as too, because since the Angel can't really speak, they probably can't give them their
Yeah,
name.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
They'll be like,
Do you want me to ask them their name next time they...
very well. I'll accept that.
Not in character.
Okay.
What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
They're making Monty Python jokes again.
I see.
African or European? What? I don't know that.
Honestly, that
Yeah.
was really
Okay,
Rap battle.
sorry. Had
funny.
to,
battle.
it came to me and I had
voices.
to. I'm
The
sorry.
voices told you.
I can be back in character now.
Back to you all.
I want to know if I can sneak around because I'm technically concealed.
Yeah, they're trying to be sneaky.
I am concealed.
The only thing I'm thinking of is with sand might show footprints, so they
Yeah.
have to still be stealthy.
Here's
To try and like
Myfra.
maybe like step in like the lines of like the
Yeah,
pattern.
it is also a pretty bright room. You can try. Make a stealth check for me.
It would also probably
It's
help
a
since,
mythic proficiency. So.
yeah.
and also Radames is probably looking down at me and
Yeah.
Chorus, so
I'm
As long
also
as they're
relatively
heavy
close to over there.
okay.
That's
I
not
have-
bad.
Any preference, or do you
So-
just want to be like right here?
I'll be just like, yeah.
Oh yeah. By the way,
Telios?
Mayvana is staying like back in the tunnel.
See, the problem is there's one question that I immediately thought of asking that either
Telios?
Radames has no way of answering, or I give you the ability to answer it, and it's gonna come up in the other campaign.
What?
And it's gonna get confusing.
Okay.
He just needs to get the wrong answer, right?
He needs to not have an answer
Dang.
that's honest, so he can't make something
Okay.
up.
So if he doesn't
So-
know it,
I rolled 27.
So more or less,
So
yeah.
I can't go. Why can't
no.
you hear a
Here's
pterodactyl
Gordon.
use the
He rolled that
bathroom? And he goes,
He-
well, because the P is silent. I go, no, it's because.
There's the part.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's also to the best of his ability, as long as
he
he's
sees
not.
like the kind of misty black
This is
you
this is
surrounded by
Myfra.
this, and was like, before we continue, I
Hmm?
apologize, but can you get your friend there? Yeah, he points to like, kind of in the vague
You want
direction
Telios
more
to be
because it's
sheep?
cloudy.
Yeah.
Myfra. Can you get them to stop sneaking around?
Myfra!
I'm trying
like
to be like more polite here.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
And I
It's
want
not directly your fault.
to.
You can remain in the clouds. You are still concealed, but
In the cloud. I wanted to do this if I get out of the cloud, I'd just be
You could cast illusory disguise in
Why are
your
you
shadow
listening
form,
to
I believe.
lies?
yeah, you
I'm
can.
gonna-
Save your spells.
Okay. Actually, that's a good idea.
We're in a
Yeah,
place
there are a
of
couple
truth-telling
questions
right
that
now.
I'm thinking
Yeah,
of.
I have another
you know
question
what?
about the.
As long as you bend the truth, it should be fine.
Would this
I
count
mean,
as
hey,
a
I
him
did
question
fully,
or a
I
game
did fully
question?
prepare for you to ask
I'm
me
gonna ask
a
you,
question that I do not
Would it
know.
count as a him question or a game question if I
Uh,
ask if he wants someone to be an heir to the library?
I'll answer that one for free.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind it. Obviously, I would prefer to keep it.
Right.
But if I were to die today, I would like
Right.
somebody who I could at least vaguely
Right.
trust.
Miracle forbid, obviously.
Yeah.
Which
But if
Watame
okay.
seems a good inheritor.
This is the
Okay.
best
I would be
person
proud
you will
to have
ever
her.
find on this planet to take care of your library in your absence.
So
You know, I believe that, yeah.
So
First
just
thing I believed that you
clarifying-
said. Or I fully agree with, I should say.
so just
Yeah.
clarifying, you're not actively trying for us to not get the library.
Well, he's actively trying for us to not have the library, but at the same time,
More so in the, I am,
he can't just give it up
yeah.
Oh, okay.
because that would be.
Yeah, but this way you guys prove that you're worthy of it.
Okay.
I mean, I
Okay.
think you're worthy of it, but you know, more. Make it a little bit harder. Plus, then this way, at least the penitents won't come after you.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I wanted to ask you about
Do you
it.
think?
Yeah.
I had a really good idea for a question,
That's good then. It's your turn.
Yeah.
but did he bring it? Did Wasato bring that up when we met him?
What's
Bring
the...
what up?
Did he bring up the Blage Zone when we met him?
I don't,
No.
I don't
I
think
did not-
so.
He did bring up Vegas.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
funnily enough, you brought up Vegas.
I want to
Not
ask him
Vegas.
about
I-
Vegas.
What's the name, Miku
Okay.
or something?
What?
That's
Okay.
a different time.
I know.
Kind
He
of.
brought up a
Kind
lot
of once
things.
again out of character, spitting some ideas. How much do we
Yeah, you
think
guys can
he
talk amongst
knows
yourselves.
specifically about Jolene's baking?
I mean, a little bit.
I mean, he did just get all of your recipes.
He's okay.
Yeah, but he
I
hasn't
asked
read
him.
them
He
yet,
hasn't
has he?
read them yet, right? We clarified this with him. He does not magically get the information put into the library into his brain, right? He has to read that. So he does not yet know anything about Jolene's recipes.
But he could potentially guess
He could potentially guess.
because he's smart.
Yes,
He's smart. Big brain.
but
Oh, just the question is, say what do you
I pull out a bottle of lemonade and I go, "What is in this?"
Well,
Air.
the problem is if he answers to the best of his ability honestly, and it's not fully incorrect, he still wins
I could ask him
that question.
what
So
is
he
my
said
father's
lemonade.
name?
That would be
Okay,
correct.
so I go.
ask him about
This is
Vegas.
if I pull out jar of lemonade and I go, "This is lemonade." What is outside of lemons, water, and sugar? What other ingredient did I put in this?
Air. Love.
Alcohol.
I did not put alcohol in it. He'd get it wrong.
Okay.
But you did put love into
your
it.
Hmm.
That's just because everything I make with love.
Exactly.
Which means
Just
technically,
when
if
you
he
weakness.
said with love, it'd be right. That's the-
Okay, if I go, what physical ingredients outside of lemon, sugar, and water did I put in this? And he doesn't get it correct.
Oxford.
So, should we like ramp into harder questions or just
I mean, this is up
jump
to you.
into the deep end?
This is up to you.
Back.
Yeah, because I do remember that Watame did, when she talked to Wasato, they did mention the everywhere weirdness.
Everywhere, every day. Wanna love you, wanna feel, wanna
So,
It wouldn't hurt to try.
yeah.
I
Let's not, yeah.
could ask him what my father's name is. I don't know the answer, never mind.
You don't know your own father's name?
No, Chorus does. I don't remember it.
Oh, okay.
It's like Gorak or something.
Who do I have a rivalry with?
Is
It's
that
not
published?
Oh,
Is that a published rivalry?
could be.
Anywhere?
See, I remember that
It's
I wrote it.
Glorhem.
Glor- I didn't like that
It-
though. I didn't actually like that when I wrote that.
That's
We
okay.
might have
Right.
discussed it
So,
a
like-
little bit
Hey,
in
I
the
don't
local
know.
I mean, if you
newspapers.
want to retcon it, that's up to you.
Then it's
I think
possible.
I will.
Okay.
Just because I don't.
Bet he would know then.
Not right. But
Okay.
I don't know what is right.
Then you come up with something, or I can if you want.
Yeah,
but
you should.
And of course, given our
It's that
manners, we
vibe, but
don't.
that's not it.
I'll think about it.
So will I.
Was
What
the
is
question
a
asked?
middle of the road question that's not entirely
No.
out of left field?
Sky,
No,
might
what do
I
you know about
suggest lemonade?
Desire to block. Desire to go.
I'll
A little bit want to try. Can I try?
not sure. Jolene really wants to ask a question.
Okay.
So I'll let him ask a question.
This is a bottle of lemonade. Outside of lemons, sugar, and water, what other physical ingredient is in this bottle of lemonade?
May I see it?
Yep. You are not allowed to drink it.
I don't think I could gain the effects if I wanted to. See,
He is glass.
I want to ask about the glass.
I do see those.
I also
That's
wouldn't
a bit
recommend.
biological.
Not right now, though. Because he
Alright.
would definitely know the answer to that.
what would this be?
As like me hiding,
Crafting?
what is my real form?
Hmm.
I think technically
Vibes.
should
Well,
probably
but
be
if he like,
Yeah, if anybody let him know the weird people
Oh,
that
he
came into the library.
Oh no.
okay,
That is
I
a
feel like
thing.
they'd probably keep him up to date on who came into the library.
35.
probably.
I think he probably gets it on that. What
Okay.
What is it?
It's an acid flask lesser.
Okay. You put some type of highly acidic substance in this. I can't tell exactly what it is, but it's effectively an acid flask.
Yeah.
Reskinned as a lemonade.
Yeah.
Reskin.
Skin.
Okay.
Interesting
Grabbed.
recipe.
Their skin moved.
It's in your library now.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. I've got a bunch of others.
Hopefully it'll be in my library, but we'll see.
Well, I suppose now it is your turn.
Yes, it is. And what would I like to ask?
What my favorite color is?
I think
That's
that
too
one would be
easy.
A bit too easy.
It's just a wee bit easy.
Why am I actually nervous about this?
don't know.
I, Sammy, am nervous about this.
I don't know.
I'm very invested in this also. The juice.
I want to ask him what his favorite color is.
It's his turn.
There is one question that you might. Yeah, I'll go with this. What do you know about the Scion?
I feel like this.
Funnily enough, a lot of information has eluded me.
Okay, so I'll roll to see if I get anything extra, but I'll also be able to just say things that I do know off the top of my head.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Religion?
Yeah, I think that'd be religion. Anybody else who wants to
30.
roll can as well. Very nice.
The things that I would probably bring up is that they stopped being around and I think were rumored dead
Yeah.
a while ago. However, when I did, I will bring up that when I did the trial of the Scion, there was a doppelganger of me that seemed convinced that it was still there.
Okay. With your 30, it's like remember a few things.
Uh-huh.
First of all, you do remember that the Scion is more of like an ancient thing
To know
because
about the Scion.
its disappearance was like right at the beginning of like this new theology.
New question. Why does
Like
this look like a
empire.
gummy candy?
About, I think I said it 600 years ago.
Okay, so they're newer.
Well, no, they disappeared.
Okay.
As soon as like,
Yeah.
they disappeared 600 years ago. As soon as this country formed.
There was a name and a place that I got from listening into the between the dimensions when I was there. Did you wrote that down, right? Because I can't remember what those were. Because if we could ask about those, I am
If they
curious
don't know,
about those
like the
ones.
guests, like the
I just can't remember names like me.
I
We could ask him about why this looks like gummy candy.
in shadow.
Amber.
I don't know. That might be.
I would like to.
I could also tell you.
Yeah, I don't know.
The two like title / names of things was the Ascendance Rise and Falinel.
Falinel was location going after the Ascendant.
I did not
And
write down.
Falinel.
I did not write it down.
But those are the two.
Yeah, I didn't write down the words. I just wrote down that you listened into something and whatever you were listening to was not happy about it.
But yeah, you remember that they disappeared at that time, and supposedly they like in some way, it's not really clear like exactly how they helped form the country
Yeah.
as soon and then disappeared.
Yeah. Disappeared 600 years ago ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do both of you mention everything that you've said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. I didn't roll near as good as
Okay.
that.
Yeah, I would mention all of what I said and also that, because
Very interesting.
fair is fair.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
They might be still around.
Yeah, I figured it might be trustworthy considering the doppelganger was in his trial, but that being said, they might have just been a lunatic.
I
So
killed the
it's hard to say.
doppelganger.
Hard to tell sometimes.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to you again. Excuse me?
No, nothing. Oh, the doppelgangers.
Okay,
Just
out
have to
of
check.
character. Chorus didn't kill her mother, did she?
No, no,
Okay.
no.
I thought not.
No!
I thought that was a bit of lore that I just like completely missed.
No.
I had
Forrest
to.
is trying to
Had to
find
make
her
sure.
mom.
No, I thought so, but I just had to make sure because that would have thrown my thoughts about Chorus way off.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Back
What
to
gave
it.
you that idea?
Because she joked about it, like seemingly in the voice of Chorus, or vaguely.
What?
I think the doppelganger she was talking
I
about
was talking about doppelgangers. How I killed
Yeah.
my mom.
were our
Oh, them
killed-
all.
Yeah.
were our
Okay.
sin
I didn't kill my
doppelgangers.
mom. I killed the doppelgangers. I killed.
Okay.
I
Our,
killed like
our,
four
our
of them.
sin doppelgangers.
Yes, I get this now. Okay. Anyway, you guys.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Forrest.
See, there's a thing I want to know, but it feels out of pocket if I just ask it.
Which one?
I was about to just ask something about Telios.
I mean, you can.
I can.
I don't
but
think Telios would be upset to either.
I just don't want to be rude and like.
Be rude. Telios has been rude to me for the past
Telios
week.
has withheld
Telios got
information
any
from me, so I'm allowed to be rude to him.
I
or something like
didn't
that.
help him get an arm still.
Oh,
I've heard
I didn't
that.
let him keep his. I didn't help him keep his strong arm.
Look
So
for a bit.
I don't want to tell you more because we might ask
No.
questions about it.
Okay.
For a book makes the world dumb.
Look for a book makes the world dumb.
Burn the information.
Oh.
Dictator.
So we asked two fairly easy questions. Two
Ask him what his favorite color
medium.
I still
He
want-
knows the answer to that though.
I still.
We're trying to
What if it actually is the one thing that'll stump him?
He doesn't have a favorite. He doesn't know.
I still do want to ask about
Blue,
Ascendant
no green.
Rise
Yeah!
and Ascendant Rise.
It's
and
happened before.
Fallout, since it seems that is nowhere to be heard.
Huh?
I still want to ask about Ascendant Rise and Fallout now.
You can do that. I'll let y'all.
What's the reason?
During my weird episodes, I've come across information of a place called Valinel that holds something called the Ascendant Rise. What do you know of those two?
That's a really badly phrased question. If you want, if it is, it's good if you want to get answers, but it's not if you want them to not know the answer.
Why?
What do you know about that?
I mean, yeah, that's
Very
pretty much
broad.
what the entire game
That
is.
is what the game
I
has
know.
kind
Yeah.
of been. But
Yeah.
I mean, I do kind of agree.
Well,
but-
if the answer is what do you know about it is I do not know that much about it. That's
An honest answer.
an honest answer.
Yeah, but it's not a satisfactory one.
He did say like.
Yeah,
if
you have
don't
to
know
answer
it-
at least to a satisfactory degree.
Okay.
So
yeah.
if he just said I don't know shit,
Yeah,
he would lose.
Like,
Yeah.
to be fair, even among the knowledgeable people, no one's heard about this. So.
Yeah. So
He
Telios-
kind of looks. It looks like you have successfully stumped him for a
Oh
second.
no.
Ooh.
But he looks at you and is like, interestingly enough, Falino I have never heard. I don't know if that's... I don't know what that is, quite. However, the Ascendant's Rise, I can tell you, is at least supposedly the ritual that the Twisted One used to ascend to godhood. And effectively made the three minor devotions, the Miracle, Isbael, and Kindred, the pseudo-deities that they are.
A little more worrying then. I have another pantheon of deities to go after. Round 2, baby.
Round 2.
Once again, I
Okay.
could ask him about my rival.
Your what?
My rival.
I feel
Yeah.
like if he is I feel like he's the reading type. He might have read a newspaper.
Alright.
And I
He's
think it
terrible.
might just be. I think my rivalry wouldn't be like published as a rivalry. It more so be subtext.
I don't know. He seems like a smart guy. He might have figured it out. He's like, these two people seem to be cooking against each other. Alright. Watame.
I'm thinking.
And then roll for chorus is patience.
Oh no.
To see how she's doing. She's doing alright. She's doing
Yeah,
alright.
17.
This guy's not one of the main deities.
No,
right?
No,
he's-
he's not the deity,
yeah.
but
He's a
one of the
church
heads of the
leader.
church.
Yeah. So we got the three
He's
heads
the
of the
head of the
church.
savants.
Then
What
there's
if we
like
ask why
So
the
we say-
original pantheon abandoned one of their previous comrade? Ask for the reasoning why behind that.
I'm trying to think of what I could.
because we did eat a dude.
We did eat a dude, and we can't
Hold him
ask
behind
the
my
reasoning
back.
for why he was abandoned. See if that was,
What do I have in my pocket?
or what happened to him.
That's basically
afterwards.
what Jolene just did, and it didn't work out.
What?
What?
That also feels like an
My pocket.
underhanded.
Yeah.
It does.
It might work like that.
But also, we've also set the precedent that if we talk about an object that's within the area, he's allowed to look at it.
Yeah.
So we have set that precedent.
Yes.
Yeah.
So unless you have some unfathomable construct in your
I
pocket,
say yes.
Presents me.
pulls
The sky himself just whoosh.
What is this?
What is this? I don't know what this is. It just showed up. What is it?
Even I don't know what it is.
Victory.
He'll probably actually turn to Chorus and asks,
Oh, ruh.
"What do you know about your demon side?"
I know that my mom is red. I know that she came in dreams, and sometimes the dreams talked about the thorns, and sometimes they talked
Okay,
about
so her mom
the
is
red.
1,000,000% from the
And I
red.
know that the tree's big. There's a very big tree. I learned that it's in the middle of the Scarlet Briar, and it's like the source plant thing of all of the.
Also, roll an occultism check. On top of
Alright.
this.
On him.
I lost my dice. Alrighty, that is going to be an 18, I think. Let me check. Yeah, 18.
Okay. With that, you kind of even in the middle of you talking about this, you kind of have a forgotten memory of your mom. Or something that you overheard of your
forgotten
mom
memories.
talking to your dad, where she said to him, I never wanted her to feel.
Rude.
I was thinking of the words. Calm down. I never wanted her to feel the hunger that I do.
At least partially success, but though she is always. not.
Would
She's
Chorus
hungry.
just spout that out also as they think of it?
It's very hungry.
Excuse me?
It's very hungry.
I'm gonna assume by it you mean you.
Or I am very hungry.
So that's a yes. Okay.
What? What? The briar. I think the briar is hungry also. Also, the vines are filled with blood and they taste very nice.
Questionable on the taste, but I do know that.
Really
Okay.
Juice box.
Very well.
What's the flavor of this juice box?
Blood.
Okay. That passes? Okay.
I believe so.
Okay.
I can tell you more. It might not be helpful, but I could tell you more.
What did she look like? I suppose.
In red. She's red.
Yeah, every time they talk about them, they're red, and I think I saw a drawing once, and it was just red.
Okay.
She's red.
So-
Her face is, it doesn't stick, but I know that she's red.
Very well.
Hmm.
Be tall. To y'all.
Okay. I'm gonna run the risky question.
That's fine.
Okay. So I'm gonna look at Rodimus and say, well, I guess we can go on to harder questions. So I'm gonna ask the first question that I don't immediately know the answer to, but we'll probably learn at some point. Do you know who the leader of the Angels of Lore is?
he will
Rude.
roll. So, yeah, roll your turn. He low rolled.
Does he get mythic points?
He does not. He is not I mean, mythic creatures don't function quite the same, but anyway. Yeah,
How low is low?
he got a 19. I'm trying to decide. I feel like it would be higher than that.
I also feel like it would be higher than that.
I feel like it only makes sense that he would say. Interestingly enough, I do not know. It seems you won.
Okay. I feel a
Hot
little.
dang it.
I feel a little bad for that, but
No, that's okay. That was the point of the game.
yeah.
Can we continue asking questions just to have fun?
Why
with
are
this?
you glass?
You know what? Sure, yeah.
I was how did you
The real strategy is we're all stalling so we get our mythic points back.
I mean, yeah.
Not that I will be able to use them during
I didn't
combat.
spend any, no!
Humorous.
I spent all of them.
That was
I'm
not
still
the actual
concealed.
intent.
Yes, that's
but
fine.
I am still technically considered
Anyway.
concealed in the clouds.
You're glass. How did that happen?
I'm a Konrasu, effectively a shard of reality, much like your friend Myfra.
How did you make all of your friends glass?
I feel like there's an important question that I should be asking. I'm assuming they're from the Terrors, just based on their appearance, but like, is there anything more about them that
Hello,
you
do
feel
wanna
like
be
you should share with
friends?
me, or is that more so like a private thing that I shouldn't ask?
More so a private thing,
Okay.
I'm sorry, but
Do
they
it.
are a terror, I will
Yeah.
allow you that.
I got the.
Let's be friends.
But yes, I'm glass because I'm Konrasu, a being of reality, and effectively I chose to make my body glass.
Alright.
I'm not gonna lie, that's really cool.
What's the name of the town that Jolene is from?
What was
The
the
double check.
pantheon called? To the,
Huh?
for like the miracle land the
Bless
other
you.
two are in.
Thank you.
I don't know what the pantheon name was off the top of my head. Do we have the pantheon?
It was
name?
Kalon.
Kalon?
What?
What was the pantheon's name?
Or do you
For
have the
that
pantheon name, or is it just like
For like this
Gang.
religion.
Yeah.
It was just called, they're collectively called the devotions.
Oh yeah.
Devotions.
The major one being the god Twisted One.
Have you heard anything about a Minotaur being left in K1?
I can't say I have. I apologize.
Okay.
Well, spoiler alert, I'm betting it's them.
I imagine so.
But more details would be convenient. Maybe we'll find something.
Yeah. Maybe I just want to meet other Minotaurs.
You
Not
know
feel-
where more Minotaurs would be.
Yeah, not feel so
That's what
alone.
I'm rolling for.
Where's the Minotaur encampment? Where's the Minotaur country?
I could be misremembering, but I do believe there are some south of here.
Ooh.
Let's go south!
Let's
I-
we can,
Or
we
at
can-
least the word. Minotaurs are, as I'm sure you
I
know,
think
rare around these parts.
Or
I
yeah.
believe there was a few, as in like at most 3,
Yeah.
down south in Plain Hall. They might be able to help you.
More so I'm just trying to figure out anything about
Plain
people
Hall?
who abandoned me.
They're in
I see. I understand.
Plain Hall, you said?
Yes, Plain Hall.
Okay.
And we can put a pin in that part of the map and we don't have to hit it anytime soon, but just, you know.
I'll write it down so we
Yeah.
don't forget.
Do you know what happened to the devotion's abandoned comrade from before they ascended?
I don't recall them. They had a party, but they were mortals effectively before, or at least most of them were. They had a party. I don't know.
I have a
I
great
don't
follow-up
remember
question.
them abandoning it.
Oh, that would have been a really good question to stump on me. Because
Through our travels, we discovered one, which
I
I
don't
was
really-
curious what the nature of him was.
How did you meet him?
He came to
appeared
us
to
in a
us.
dream.
Yeah. Basically,
Around
we
us.
all went to sleep and had a shared dream where we were in this like white stone desert kind of thing. It kind of reminds me of this area actually.
I
Kinda.
thought.
But it's more like the white rocks and like crackly stuff, and it was like this like older dude
I mean,
showed up.
telling him
Make a
isn't necessarily
perception
the
check,
thing.
everybody.
Perception.
Yeah. I mean, I'm specifically going to be watching how this one reacts, since we're going to be mostly attacking this one. That's the one I'm worried about.
Watame is canonically distracted, but 18.
Okay.
17.
17.
21. 28.
I think 21 as well.
What am I
Okay.
rolling for?
Perception.
Okay.
You three notice this. As soon as like Watame kind of finishes like the explaining the like situation of the dream, he like kind of gives a quick like narrowing of his eyes before he like kind of resets his face. It looks like something flashed across his mind before he kind of caught himself and regained composure.
How did you make all of your friends glass?
They were willingly turned that way.
I
They-
believe you. They seem very happy and very content.
I effectively implanted their.
You took out their souls and you put them in the glass?
Less souls, more just
Brother.
their consciousness.
Okay.
So technically speaking,
They don't
Don't
have
touch
souls?
my book.
they don't have souls.
Where are
They're
their souls? Where did they go?
they're housed.
How do you
Just
separate?
here.
How do you separate their souls from their consciousness? Aren't they like best friends?
There's magic for this.
But why? Would you be less of a complete person if you don't have your soul and your conscious being with each other?
No. Bluetooth soul. Out of character, but
Bluetooth soul.
no, the person themselves is
The
still
Bluetooth
whole.
device.
They
is
still
very
feel their
important.
soul and have a connection to it.
Okay.
It is not in them, effectively.
So
Bluetooth soul.
So basically, like, their original body and their soul still exist somewhere, and they're controlling the construct separately.
Yes.
Okay. So they're like, projecting into it.
Yes. That's
So
a
VR.
better way of putting it.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool.
Anything else?
How would you like to die?
What? Call?
We were having such a nice
Yeah.
conversation, but I mean, that is
Unnecessarily
kind of
aggressive.
going that direction, unfortunately.
I'm
I mean,
sorry,
yes,
I'm
it
sorry.
has to.
Probably.
I think you are a very nice person. I look forward to beating you up.
Well, thank you.
Wow.
That's a bit
Question mark.
excessive.
I guess, person
we-
from the Terrors,
Have to fight them?
They look towards
That's a
you.
good question.
I guess a question for you is just, since there's effectively, we are going to fight Radames, are you going to join in for that, or are you going to do your own thing?
I will join.
Okay.
alright.
I just figured I'd ask, you know.
They seem
My question's-
noticeably less friendly than Radames.
Yeah, I
My
figured.
question still stands.
What question?
How
About-
would you like to die?
Oh gosh.
I prefer not.
Or
Well,
if
most
you
of
had
all,
to
I
die,
expect
how would
you
you
to
like
die.
to? Like, it doesn't even have to be your favorite way to be killed. Like, but what would be the best?
Given my
preferred-
circumstances, I think if I were to die, my body would be shattered.
No, but like, what would you prefer to shatter you? And are you capable of dying of old age?
I don't care when I get shattered by it. No, I can't die of old age.
That's very
I'm
cool.
very old.
Oh, how old are you?
At least
2 years old.
How did you get to be so
I'm
tall?
about 500 years old.
Oh, that's really.
I've been around since close to the beginning of the country.
I have a feeling I know someone. Just I'm not saying this.
How
like
did
I
you get to be so tall?
I grew myself to this size. The longer a Konrasu lives, effectively, the more control they have over their.
She's gonna look at
exoskeleton.
our gemstone friend Konrasu and be like, "You're a baby."
I am younger than him, yes.
I'd imagine that is also why the entire desert and in here is like kind of covered in the little glass shards.
Yes, in the areas that Konrasu lives, they effectively exert a sort of force on them. For example, if a Konrasu with a wooden body were to live in an area for, say, 1,000 years, a very large, dense forest would grow around them.
Sick.
Question:
And around
So
8
yours is
glass
just
cells. Glass
shards.
cells, yes.
Will your friends still be glass and happy even if you're dead?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I witness you turn someone into glass?
No. That takes a while.
Unfortunately, we have other matters to attend to.
What's in this orange juice?
Quiz time.
What's your favorite color?
Purple.
A silver.
Silver.
Yes.
What's your favorite food?
I have never eaten.
Food, sunlight.
Could you eat food?
Now you can eat sunlight.
It would just get shredded in my body.
Yeah.
Did you
Could
know
you
that the
taste?
glass
I don't think
tastes-
glass can taste.
Did you
no.
know that the glass tastes painful?
I would imagine.
Really?
I don't think glass tastes. It
It-
just cuts you.
It has a taste. It tastes like glass.
Glass doesn't have a
Yes,
taste.
but that's not the pain.
If any taste, that's the taste of your blood as it
I have many
cuts your-
concerns
I
about my friend.
do like the taste
Well,
of iron.
I will say their first reaction to seeing vines, you know, the red ones,
Yes.
was to bite them.
Yeah,
They
Yeah,
were
we're all
very,
concerned
they
about
were
her. It's
very
kind of an issue.
tasty, and
They also ate a bramble.
We also told you not to.
I'm assuming you know what a bramble is, considering.
yes.
It was a good. It was yum. It was
Don't
yummy.
Do you have any advice for me on beating Susan next year's Bake Off?
Do you have any advice on getting your
Oh.
friend whose arm you didn't?
Harder? I don't
I have another question.
I guess,
I have one-
last
I
thing.
could have asked that apparently.
No, I have one
Okay,
That's not
you
satisfying.
One
answer.
last
go off,
question.
Esty.
If you had a friend whose arm was too big for him and he got upset at you for not
Oh,
saving his
boy.
arm that was too big for you, what would you do to get him to forgive you for not saving his arm that was too big for him?
It seems like a wild question. Never would be applicable.
I've never had a biological arm, so this question's a little
But
away
how
from
do you
me.
get a friend to forgive you when you've done them wrong but you're not sorry?
I don't know. Get him
Well,
a
that's
new
not
arm, I
your
guess.
fault.
I tried that.
I got him a new arm in the end,
I
but
gave him like
Maybe
3
that's a
new
friendship.
arms,
Yeah.
but he said they weren't. It's good and they weren't applicable for the situation.
She seems sorry, bro. You should.
Therapy!
Dead.
Emergency therapy!
I can just imagine the person from the terrorist just being there like, can we please start murdering each other?
Yeah,
Uh,
as this is going on, the
So-
the lady dwarf terror is just like visibly kind of.
I have a
this is
final
like, I just
question.
want to stab.
Do we have to fight right now?
Yes.
I think so.
I want to
I
write
think
that
so.
down.
Yes. Again, I will not forsake my god
Yeah,
because I don't want an eternity of damnation.
Which is
Alright.
fair. The last thing I was gonna say, it's not a question, it's just we met somebody that I believe was from your group, Emilessi. She's like a hyena girl.
Yes, I remember.
I will say, for the record, she asked very fervently for me to kill her. And
I
B,
believe it. She was a
Yeah.
devout researcher, which I mean, I
Yeah.
guess I respect.
yeah, she basically made me do the ritual that makes people into brambles on them, but you know they were missing an arm for some reason.
Yes.
No, I know that's
For
not
some
reasonable.
reason.
Watame does in fact gesture to Telios and Chorus. So they just kind of died, and they seemed a little too excited about going to the Scarlet Briar, but
I kind of want to go there.
it is what it is, I guess.
I mean, they will likely still have consciousness with their soul. Just
Yeah.
no, body.
Yeah, they're just down there, and down there, from my understanding, is not necessarily a fun place, but
No.
I
It's
guess
full
I
of
haven't been there.
plants. If you like plants, then it's
Something
nice.
gives me the feeling most people who like plants would not like
yeah, if
the
you're a
plants down
botanist,
there.
you might like it. Yeah, probably.
Poison Ivy is having a field day.
Biologists would have a field day.
Listeners, I'm a big fan of Batman. If you hadn't picked that up yet,
They have an addiction.
They have a Batman addiction.
I can stop anytime.
I don't.
Not when you want
Sorry,
to,
you
though.
tell yourself that.
I don't want to. Right
They
now.
don't want.
I don't want to. I'm having too much fun. Very much enjoying
But yeah,
it.
I think that
Let's prove it.
everything
Forsake
unless
Terry
somebody else
McGinnis.
wants that.
Terry what?
Forsake Terry
Myfra, do you
McGinnis.
want to ask
Forsake
them
Terry
something, or
McGinnis?
you
No,
go first?
forsake.
Forsake Terry McGinnis?
Yes.
Okay. No, like music theory questions, or you got that?
I think the
down?
answer is
Ben
no.
Affleck was the best live action Batman.
Works for me.
Are brass instruments a thing in this world? Actually, that's not
I'd
not a character in our
imagine.
brass.
I'd imagine brass instruments do exist.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
How do you play it?
How do you play a saxophone?
Is that the reed?
We might have a book downstairs about it. There's the
yeah,
art
I'm sure
section.
there is one in the art
As a
section.
snake, how do I play
Is there
a
any
saxophone?
paperwork we have to do to get them as that air?
Do
Oh,
the
yes, I
do,
almost
do.
forgot.
Yeah.
Kind of like
That would have been unfortunate.
He kind of like moves over to like the back side, like over here, and like as he moves, he less like walks and more just like kind of rolls along the glass sand.
I'd imagine since he doesn't have
He like picks up.
I'd imagine they move out of the way so they don't get
Yeah,
scrambled like eggs.
Scrambled like eggs. Yeah, they'll move there, and they grab like a stone slab basically, and just like write on it like that. Watame is hereby the owner of the library of entombed words.
In the case that
Yes, in
Watame
case that
dies.
Watame dies, and then he comes back and hands that to you.
Thank you. This slab. How big
You
is this
never
slab?
answered the
How
It's a-
heavy is it?
It's a fairly sizable slab. It's probably one
Do you want me to
Oh,
hold on
joy.
to it?
No, I got it.
Okay.
How would you like to die?
You asked this.
Again,
You already
No,
asked
no, no,
this.
no, no. You said I will die by shattering, and you said I will not die of old age, but you did not say how you would like to die.
I don't think he wants
I think I would like to die by shattering.
All right,
Yeah, it seems very dramatic.
Any other method.
I don't know.
you like being dramatic.
Let's evaporate them.
I do not think we have the capacity to do that.
I also do not think you have the capacity.
Do you think we
to
could
do
melt the glass?
Glass has a pretty high melting.
that. It does have a.
It would have a higher evaporation point.
Yeah. Well,
I did look up the melting points of various glasses to figure out if you should have resistance or weakness to fire.
yeah, glass. It's up there.
Yeah.
What kind of glass are you made out of?
Friend.
Quartz.
I'd imagine you're a mixture.
Yes,
Yeah.
various glasses.
Since you've been, I imagine you keep like your old glass, and it's like close to your core, and then like as you get older, it's like sort of like like kind of like a tree, I
Yeah.
guess. As like you get like more layers of glass.
I
Kind of.
suppose.
Do you
that's
have any particular feelings about stained glass windows?
cool?
Murdering my
Okay,
brother.
so no, like this is
Turning my brother into a stained
you know,
glass
this
window.
is
No,
extra
I
proof
know.
because
Let's
I
turn
am
him into a
glass.
stained glass window as a memorial.
He is made all of clear glass.
We could stain the
You
glass.
can stain him.
If we pick
That's
up your shards, would you like to be turned
I
into a
feel
stained
like
glass
that would-
window if in the
I'm-
event
See,
you
the thing
die?
is
I think I'm
making glass windows is chill. Making glass windows out of a dead person less chill.
I agree.
Yeah.
Anyway, anything
I mean,
more,
it's
or-
like scattering
fine?
ashes or something like that. Is there anything, hypothetically, is there anything you would like someone to do with your body
I mean-
in the event you pass away?
Glass.
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 Glass flask?
No.
I don't really think so.
Okay.
Just
I will let you become as your sand.
what?
We'll just grind you up real tiny and let you back into
Is there
the
any
sand.
drawings
That'd
of
be
you like somewhere in the library?
Drawing?
Drawings.
Yes,
Welding.
there are.
Okay. Good.
Good.
Because like, if you do die here, which, for my case, that would be ideal. Unfortunately,
Yes.
I
I want a
I
diagram or
understand.
something so I can make like a statue or something. Cause that'd be cool.
Very well.
Totally, once again, not at all stalling so that we can get our mythic points back.
I really want to
No.
fight right now because I have all the mythic points.
We can
You'll
start
have
with that, but
all of your mythic points.
I've been saving them.
I will say,
It is 10:50.
From my
Let's
understanding, it's not.
I mean,
that's
up to
not
you
how
guys. We can
mythic
just
points
start
works.
it.
I want to start.
We'll finish in one round of combat.
Oof.
Unlikely. I'm gonna hit that with a probably not.
Probably not.
I'm gonna hit it with a mace. A
What are you
flame.
feeling? Do you want to
And
start?
by any
now?
means,
I
guy.
want to start. I want to start.
And I guess if a fight is inevitable, and I'm gonna drink my last rainbow vinegar slash
And
eat
this
my
is a
last
fight?
ice cream.
Yeah,
Is it like we both
Rodimus,
agree?
I seem like a
Story
chill
of that.
dude, and I feel kind of bad about this, but
This
it is what it
Ice
is.
cream on
This is
you.
a fight to the death.
Also feel bad, but
What do you
again, I am
think?
glad that
I'm set in.
Regardless of
Cooler.
whoever wins, the library will
It's
be.
it. I have a
in
cooling
hands.
pocket in my
Yes.
backpack. Plenty of backpacks.
That's a win for both of you.
Yeah, that's a
Library
win
being in
for
good hands.
knowledge.
I have quite
if
a
I
few
do die,
cherry
and perhaps
bombs.
you guys visit the Eternal Orison one day, assuming I make it there, that is. I hope. I hope one day you will visit me.
I
In
will
that
visit
case.
you.
I hope you don't go to the Scarlet Briar, because that
Will
doesn't
you leave
sound
a
like fun.
ghost?
Most likely not. I am a shard of reality. I don't
Alrighty.
think I super leave behind a ghost. And also, I don't think I have any huge regrets.
Oh, congratulations.
Nice.
Thank you.
This is good.
Yes. This is a good end.
Yeah, I feel.
Chorus
that.
wants to attack him.
Alright, well, the thought is inevitable.
Yeah.
I feel like Horus is attacking
As-
before that
Kind of
starts.
as he says that, he like moves his arms to the side, and the sand like rises up more, and two glass constructs appear
Ooh,
at these
rude.
squares. And initiative.
Yo. And you can do stealth at mythic
Yes.
or initiative.
Yes,
Because
I
you get the silly.
Because I am
You're silly like that.
Seal.
If you defy me again, I'll eat you. That's mediocre, but it's not defying me.
14.
Not bad, not good.
27.
Trying to remember. Do I have to use
Decent.
stealth or do I have to use perception? Can I use perception or do I have to use stealth?
Does it
Can I use-
say?
I don't know.
Well, pull it up then.
Your feet.
Young man.
Pinky be gripping.
Oh, yeah.
Pinky.
Hit him with the.
When you roll stealth for initiative.
No, I'm not doing it.
Okay, so I do use
Yeah.
stealth.
Middle fingers are also
Plus
gripping.
Middle fingers and pinkies be gripping.
Me when they grip.
Should I re-roll? Should I use Mythic to do initiative? Can I do that?
I believe so. But
I
do you
I
want
think our hands
Horace
are
wants to
different.
go
Okay, so
first.
with
And I have all
that's a
3
31.
things.
scrunches?
I'll
Roll
take
a
it
17.
actually.
I think our fingers are different
Roll an
lengths,
11.
and so that's
Oh,
why
wait,
mine
I
looks
thought you were
different.
using stealth.
No,
Also,
not just
I've
that
done
one.
this
That
so
one
much
gave me
my
3
fingers,
ones in a
fingers
row.
know the vibe.
Yeah.
I can do it without looking. I just hit him with
Trust
the,
it.
Trust it?
Yeah.
I'm close
But-
enough.
The
Yeah.
dice that give you bad
Yeah,
luck
you
will
got
only
it,
give you good
I
luck when
think.
you need it.
Pinkies be gripping.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like the back of it where the middle fingers and pinkies are just gripping. I didn't say mine yet because I was letting you numbers and stuff.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Deceiver.
And like I said, I think your fingers are longer
15
than mine.
feet tall. How high can Chorus jump?
Alright, numbers.
Comparison.
31.
Yeah.
Yeah, your
31.
fingers are
Yeah,
longer.
they're almost a whole section longer for some of them,
Telios.
except for the pointer finger. The pointer finger
Telios.
specifically is almost the same.
No, numbers.
Ow.
But everything else.
My hands are different sizes.
27.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, see, because on this
It's
side,
over.
Yeah.
your pointer finger is a lot longer. And if I don't know why, but I've like measured my fingers against each other so often that I'm like,
Oh, you know.
Jolene.
first 14.
Of
Like, look
course.
at it. Look at it.
I'm debating re-rolling
Okay.
with Mythic.
My 23, I believe.
Look at that.
As soon as I was getting ready to look at my character sheet, it decided to be silly, so I
I
need
see.
to pull it back up.
That's fine. Okay, chorus.
But I'm pretty sure it's 23.
Decision time.
Yeah, okay, 22.
Okay.
I am in melee with Rodimus, and I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but it's probably chill.
Probably chill. To
Should
be
be.
fair, they do like you.
My left hand is bigger than my right hand.
Chorus is currently dual wielding.
If ever
Alright, so where,
slightly, but,
double
like,
check,
okay.
where is everybody?
Yeah.
Watame, chorus,
Very obvious.
Jolene.
Where am
Yeah.
Who's this?
I assumed that was Myfra.
Yeah,
That's
Myfra.
Myfra. Telios.
Telios. Okay.
Telios.
Mavana's not in
Telios.
combat, technically. They are holding
That's
Telios.
Telios.
Telios. Okay.
Telios.
I
Telios.
thought Telios was the orange mushroom.
Both
Why
are.
is there
He's
7?
both. He's the little
yes,
mushrooms.
Yes, okay.
I
So
love that on the
Mavana is
board.
not on the board.
Yeah, you did. Okay. So that is in the order we got.
Bunga bunga.
Rodimus is first.
Ruh-roh.
Then
Oh,
That makes
no.
sense. He would be.
Before the
Telios.
combat, can I say that Chorus moved front and center? Just
No.
because. She was so ready to just attack, though.
But me and him were having friendly
Yeah,
conversation.
yeah. Of course, just
Then
move
Thor.
up.
I'm gonna say I activate our armor, so I don't have to take an action on that earlier too.
That's fine.
Stop drawing random blanks.
It's kind of a lot
Can I?
of.
Can I?
Yeah. I'd say.
Like, she hasn't attacked yet, but she...
Yeah, we both have...
Watame, I
Done
imagine
our
you want to go
pre-battle.
before the one of these glass constructs who rolled the same as you.
Ideally.
Okay.
Yeah.
I figured I'd ask one.
Oh, that's so considerate.
H2, which is this one.
So,
H2O!
I can say with confidence that Rodamace
Chorus.
is going to get strangled by harm. But what if? What if?
I have 11 cherry bombs.
Grand.
Don't use them on those trees.
He kind of takes up a big space.
But he's also really tall if you throw them at his head. Technically.
Hold on, I actually gotta pull up a height chart so I can see how big this guy is.
He was like 14 feet,
I know
think
he's 15
you
feet
said?
tall.
So.
He's 15 feet
Oh
tall.
wait, I did slightly mess up. Myfra, you go first.
Ooh.
Let's go!
Yeah, I was going to say Myfra rolled like 3 billion.
You guys tied, but generally I put.
Yeah.
So I guess I should ask: Do you want to go first? Then?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I'll leave it up to the person if that ever happens, which I imagine will always be first. But okay. Then
It's Mike
the
and
other M, the bad M.
Bad M.
Monkey.
Upside down W.
Evil
Wario.
Wario.
Okay.
Upside down W would be Mario. Equally evil. Just in different directions.
We've all seen the game theory video.
Sideways W is Mario.
Wario
And we don't want to interact with Mario.
Not Mario.
Also, another sideways W would be
Okay.
Mario?
Oreo.
Mario.
Because it's
Okay.
an E.
I would just call him number 3.
Let's start. See how far we can get in
Three-o.
a little while,
Three-o.
and then we'll
No,
go from
because
Just 3.
3PO.
Myfra, you're first.
Mark
three
3PO.
is the B. 3 is the Mario.
Who is directly in front of me? Am I the pink? Am I the purple duck?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
purple duck. This is Jolene.
Okay.
This is Goran. Watame.
Crap.
Unless
Is
you
it
were, did
only
you
com-
move? I guess we should have asked
I
that.
did.
Because you were
thought I
saying you did
move.
do some
Where,
walking.
where
So
to?
where do
I'll
you
say
think
it could
you
probably
walk?
be like pretty much anywhere, probably behind this line.
Yeah.
I'll say by. I was thinking of going around so I could be like on the other edge of the M, so behind there. I was trying to move there, but I say right there's fine. So that puts me in line of sight with.
You can see probably this hand.
And
I'm calling them hands.
Hands.
You could probably see Rodamace. I don't
Rodamace
think you
is-
could probably.
Yeah, how tall are
Think
the
he's gonna
stone
throw them
buildings?
hands.
What?
How tall are the stone?
Is
Or
it
are they
gonna be
just
a
like
Nintendo
stone
boss?
platform? Is
The-
it level?
They're oh, it's not level. They're raised up.
How?
It's like probably
5 feet?
I'm guessing 8.
no. I was gonna say like probably up 5 feet. You could move up there. Point being.
Let's go. They're taller than
Can
me.
I hit Rodamace from here?
With?
You can see him
Okay.
if that's what you're asking.
And that's within 30 feet.
His brother's
so-
big.
Hey, big boy. Alright.
I go
So,
before course.
I'm
right?
gonna see.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Okay, let's do let's do a little silly. From where I am, and I'm gonna cast 3rd level
And you'll pull your
agonizing
bell out,
despair. So
right?
Will save.
Okay, we'll save on
She's currently
Yes.
dual wielding
Hmm.
with 1d8 axe,
Is that
2d6 bell.
Okay.
Jolene has pulled out her sprinkle shaker.
me?
That is a 23.
I think
Crap.
I like
Okay,
it
so
being
they
more
take,
like maraschino cherry
so it's
bombs.
half of
Yeah.
46. Alright, I just need to fish numbers. Alright, I need 46.
You want to roll dice? We have dice to roll.
Alright.
10.
6,
5.
9, yeah, that's 10. So
I can only count
they
these,
take
not
5 damage, 5 mental,
Okay.
and they are frightened 1.
Okay. So
Why does it not let me log in?
And that was 2 actions. And I'll do one more for.
I feel like I need to just.
Because I was
always
already
have
there,
this
so
pulled up.
I have one more action. So Courageous Anthem. You all get +1.
Mm.
So
To
Plus one.
just what?
+1 to attack, damage, and saves against fear.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, just writing stuff down real quick.
Oh, that's so thematic. It even glows red.
What?
Bone flints makes weapons glow red.
Wild.
I
Okay.
don't think Rodimus has bones.
Probably not.
Rodimus' turn.
I was just looking at stuff.
What does
Well,
he? What does
they
he start?
probably do have bones. And we're gonna have to fight them too.
They probably don't.
Yeah, the glass
Telios
people.
has a couple.
Glass people don't have bones probably, but the dwarf definitely has bones.
If we
The
go into
dwarf
his
does
cupboard
have
and find the souls of these people, we can crush those and defeat these guys instantly.
That seems weird. Also, I imagine they're somewhere secure.
Like in the inner sanctum of Rodimus.
I'd imagine they would put them like in like
The basement.
sarcophaguses.
Sarcophaguses.
If you want to try to nuke those, go for it.
Just to be to as
Okay.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, baby. Oh, no.
Is that
Rodimus scale.
He's probably going to attack Myfra with darts as he like points his hand towards the ground and raises it, and just needles of glass immediately start flying towards you.
Oh boy.
And does a
-3 billion.
I imagine a 30 hits.
Aye.
Crit success.
Aye.
Yes.
I'm hoodie.
Oh joy.
Wait, I'm concealed though, technically.
Oh yeah, so that is
Wait, wait a minute.
So you'd have to make a flat roll
yeah,
first.
flat 5. Nat 20, brutal.
Oh!
Well, that doesn't make it
So I need-
worse. That just means he does hit you.
I need D6s.
Because
Everyone else can.
I lost all of my dice. I don't know where they went.
This guy.
concealed doesn't mean.
This is a lot of these sixes. See, I blame you for the
So
song
that
that's stuck in my head.
does-
What song?
The house one?
It's so stuck inside my head and it won't go away.
The house one? Like Too Bad from a Ghost?
No, not that house one.
House?
That
House of
The
does
Gold?
house theme song?
The House
No.
of Gold?
35
No.
piercing damage as the needles immediately
roll.
pass.
That
through
is
his
double?
skull.
Scholars to tell me
Yes,
whether you buy me a House of Gold.
No, no, no,
Which
no,
one?
no, no.
You're winning.
Ouchies.
You're winning.
Ouchies.
You're winning.
The dice is back. Ding, ding.
We won't die. It's good.
It's chill.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
And
That's
then
also not mine.
for his last attack, he is probably going to try and just slash at Chorus.
Okay.
Does a 20 hit?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you win it hit.
This is what it is. Just
Yes. The scale is scaling.
Mm.
Rodimus is at least 2 feet tall.
I don't know how to spell that, so I can't remember the name.
That is 13, and you take 2 persistent bleed damage as he grows a blade on his arm and just slashes you across.
Okay, Chorus is grinning. Oh.
Chorus is grinning.
That is his turn.
Alice is afraid.
I am afraid. I am afraid. Say those numbers again.
13 slashing,
I'm gonna hit a silly.
2 persistent bleed.
I'm gonna try and hit a silly more accurately, but you know. I have ideas.
Whoa.
And by that I mean extreme violence. It's funny.
Haha. I am worried about my baby girl. Because
Okay.
she's just little.
Telios.
My turn?
Yep. Your turn. What are you doing?
First off, I'll do the exposed weakness on Mr. Big Dude himself.
Okay.
Mr. Goose.
Mr. Goose.
I don't think he's a goose.
That's against a standard DC.
Yeah. Standard DC's right level. Okay, that's a terrible. Nat 20.
Interesting.
Very good.
Brother.
Let me.
I wouldn't
31.
like the nat 20.
Interesting.
What's it called? Exposed weakness?
Yeah. Exploit vulnerability.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Wrong one.
No, you're good. Exploit. Sorry, I'm just double checking the wording. Because this one's funky.
Exploit.
Oh boy, okay. Okay, so you just learn all of their resistance, weaknesses, and immunities, basically. Okay. He has a few. Resistance. He has resistance 5 to fire and 2 to slashing and piercing.
Yeah.
Weaknesses. He has weakness 7 to sonic, 3 to bludgeoning, and 2 to mental.
This is a good weapon.
Immunities.
Yes.
Oh, a lot of things.
He's a construct, so
Yeah.
I did use effectively a construct. I modified it slightly because there were some things that didn't make sense for constructs, but
I imagine you took out like the mindless stuff mostly.
yeah, mindless stuff like mental. I made him instead weak to it because he is basically all mind instead.
He's the thinker.
Yeah.
He
So
thinks-
he has resistance against sound.
No, he's weak to sound.
Weak to sound.
Weakness 7 to sonic.
So if you do sonic damage to him, he takes 7.
So like let's say 2d4 sonic
my
damage and 2
cantrip is a
sonic
sonic
splash
damage.
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd imagine
Oh,
Telios
yes.
would
Are
fall
you
out.
guys?
with
The worst
damage.
potion I
Listen.
have 11 of. He's
Listen.
7 times weak. To
Anyways,
Yeah.
I have
immunities.
my only attack that's a cantrip is sonic damage.
Immunities. He is immune to bleed, diseased, drained,
Disease.
Well, no,
Disease.
I said diseased, but it's just disease in general. Drained, fatigued, healing, paralyzed, poisoned, and sickened.
Yeah. So he's immune to a lot of conditions.
So all of those. And I guess if you guys want to ask me again later, that's fine because you know now.
Did you tell the party?
Yeah, I would.
He doesn't have any like very specific weaknesses.
Man, I don't have any.
Scream.
I only have slides like.
Luckily, the rest of the party does have at least a few of those.
Chorus
I
has
have-
at least
I-
one thing that she can
Wait.
use.
My cantrip is sonic damage.
Chorus has at least one thing.
Oh wait, no. Boomerangs technically do bludgeoning.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sick. I guess I would take a turn to do attach. Let's see.
You
I
guys
feel like it did make sense to give weakness to bludgeoning too, because
Listen, guys, this is important. Chorus wants to be over here. No one else come over here. Don't do it.
that's ominous.
Don't come over here.
Okay.
Concerningly ominous.
I want to do a 10-foot
Go
emanation of
advantage
pain.
that Telios and then just
Oh.
do a boomerang attack on
What is
them.
that?
Ominous.
The sonorous shatter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Which I don't want to be in the middle of again.
Yeah.
Because it hurt.
yeah. I'm gonna do just boomerang attack him, which is dexterity plus my roll plus slay.
Are you trained?
Yeah.
So it would be +2.
Plus 2 plus level.
Well, no, an expert.
Oh, 4
Oh,
plus
so
level.
4 plus
4
level
plus
plus.
level plus this. And dex, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
If you're throwing it there, yeah.
Yeah.
I hate drawing shoes.
19
Throwing a
plus
I hate
boomerang
the
at
floor.
you.
We have
21.
a snake.
That does
No
not.
shoes for
You're
snake.
No, I'm not drawing. I'm not
You
That's
should
right.
draw me for wearing a single shoe.
Is that your turn?
Me for
Orange
war
turn.
shoes,
I'm gonna look
would
like
they wear
the
it like
one
this or
snake
like this?
creature thing from Richard Scarry books.
I don't know what that is.
I
He
don't
is
know what it's
probably going
named,
to-
but I know what it is.
Do you like my drawing?
Yeah.
Richard Scarry's busy.
I'm not gonna say I think Gorn would immediately gun it for the terror.
Makes sense.
5.
Does he want to hop?
Yeah, he's gonna hop. Take a look here. 10, 15,
He's got
20.
one hops.
And then he's gonna just
Yes.
slice
Thing.
down at them.
Yeah.
This insane.
What?
Single shoe.
Why does he look like that?
He's silly.
Yeah!
No.
He rolled an
Love
18. He rolled an
Gorn.
18.
Yeah! Go Gorn!
18.
I believe you.
He rolled a 32.
And a butt bag.
I'm so stoked. That's so soon.
Oh, hey, he immediately crit the terror. Oh.
Yes, Gorn.
Yeah, that's kind of lore accurate, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Gorn.
Neither of
Gorn's
these shoes
doing his
were
thing.
accurate.
Be vicious. I've made him vicious /2. This is gonna be.
At least
Oh.
2 damage.
Let me double check. Vicious.
Something gives me the feeling I'm gonna get visited by a very angry church person about me owning the library, and they're gonna be like, "Yo,
What's
what
that about?
the yuck?" And I'm gonna be like,
so-
"Yo,
I mean, if it's a penitent,
Me.
legally speaking.
it's for me."
East for me.
I forgot.
Use for
I
me.
have this, which allows my exploit her ability to do a little bit more. Allows me to go past.
Alright, hang on. Sorry,
Yeah, I
let
know.
me do this first.
I'll
So
just
that's-
bring this up on my next turn.
Okay.
Since
I mean, I
that's
can read it after this.
It'll just take effect on the next time.
Okay.
My next turn.
Of course.
Should I learn the Dewey Decimal System?
I was wanting to make a joke about like the library your angels run. It does like the Frank fraction system.
Oh, what?
The Frank
Nah, it
fraction
does
system.
goblin math.
Oh dear.
Instead of Dewey Decimal, upgraded to Frank fraction.
Oh dear.
Frank fraction.
Frank fraction.
I
Because
want to bite this.
Okay. He did 16 damage to that terror and made them off guard because he has critical specialization until the end of his next turn.
We don't have a rogue.
That's still handy though.
Yes, it does make them easy to violence upon.
Okay. Watame.
Ah. Okay, so since these are not Bone Heaven fellows,
harm is not a good idea.
no, harm is a good idea.
Harm is
Bone
good.
Flint.
He's not immune to necromancy.
He's not immune to the void.
Yeah.
Entering his
Because
body.
while he is glass, he is technically living.
Yes.
Because Konrasu magic.
Yes. He's
Okay.
he does
I don't
have
think we rolled the
body.
rage wheel.
He's soul probably. I don't think you did either actually.
What?
Rage wheel
Rage wheel.
for that.
Rage! But we can do it later.
I mean, I can start rolling.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah.
I mean, I know what I'm gonna do, but
Well, you can start saying it. I'd literally just roll.
I'm gonna cast harm 3 times into him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Into Big Man.
This is Orc Rage.
Alright.
He's orking it.
Spirit damage.
When I'm
Don't-
working
please
it.
don't say it
Okay,
like
so-
that.
What do you mean?
Let's say my rage.
Straight up orking it. But let's just say.
First
Rage.
one, 24.
Yeah, I know you said it. I just said it better.
What's me? First one, 24.
24.
I think that's success.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Second one.
half.
19.
Fail.
Okay. That was higher than my first roll, so also success. But it's
Okay.
26. I don't think that's crit. Success.
No. So he takes. Alright, how many dice is this? So it's D10 since I've got the harm hands. It is 1. 2. It's currently 3rd level spell, so. Yes. Rungus.
I can do sonic damage.
Oh.
I can also do sonic damage.
So
as
that
a
would be-
cantrip. I can do infinite
Yeah.
sonic damage.
Yeah, my sword does sonic damage now. If I said that.
Yeah.
It's gonna send.
Oh, it's the
mortal
defenses?
mortal weakness makes it so my
There
attack
it is.
doesn't change attacks, or it just
Okay.
applies the same weakness as the highest one.
Oh, wild.
Whoa!
As far as I can tell on that.
Thaumaturge. Oh, hang on, yeah.
Yeah, Thaumaturge does silly stuff.
Let's go.
Mortal weakness. I forget.
Horace swings big stick.
Where's
Yeah.
them? Okay, so that's 68.
I'm a little confused why you would go for that one rather than with breach defenses.
That's insane, actually.
It still sounds like a frog.
I see.
Why would you go for that
I
one
added a few more
rather
songs
than
and that was
exploit
13
running
hours.
ability? It
I
just
don't know.
doesn't seem
I
as
don't know.
good.
I had a few more songs, but it was 13 hours.
Oh yeah.
He takes a total of 42 negative damage.
Big man's injured. I mean, not actually
Yeah.
injured, but he is.
So I guess this one's good if they don't have weaknesses, but rather have resistances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they had really high resistance, like a common thing, that would probably be better.
Yeah.
Okay. I assume that's all your turn?
Yeah, that was 3 harm spells.
Okay. second Herald's Hand. This one. I guess I can roll a d4.
Wait, I have a request.
Yes.
I want them to be sheep.
Okay.
Do you have one for the terror?
Yeah.
Why would the terror be a sheep?
No, the terror will be a duck with sunglasses.
Okay, yeah.
For the record, this one has like an arm blade. Again, this one has a staff.
Okay. I love using my tiny little things. It's my favorite thing. Make that be running it.
I'm trying.
I imagine this guy would not have the unholy trait, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Rodimus?
Yeah. I'd imagine he would not be unholy.
I got
No,
this.
he's not.
So sad.
He's a chill guy overall.
Yeah.
Just unfortunately on
If
the
we
wrong
run
side.
into an unholy person, though, this spell is devious.
Hello, I'm
There's-
Wait, what does it do on Unholy?
Holy Light does 5d6
oh, I thought
fire
you meant
damage.
harm.
No.
Okay.
But Holy Light is a 3rd level spell that does 5d6 fire damage. But if the target of the spell is unholy, it does an additional 5d6 spirit damage.
Am I unholy?
Maybe.
I just barely saw what happened. Okay.
Why he goon?
They are going to cast Scatter Scree on these two.
So, Watame and Chorus.
Yes, Watame and Chorus. Make reflex saves, both of you.
Oh, I don't think I'm good at those. I think that is specifically my bad one.
Ah, rip.
It's not awkward
If
for
this
you.
doesn't work, I'm gonna use a
15.
mythic point.
Okay.
Wait, reflex.
Should I use my last mythic point on that?
23.
Who's doing this?
Just a hand.
Okay, no, it's okay.
Okay.
If I die, it's chill. I'll win.
No.
If I die, the angel will win in my place.
The 23. If it doesn't succeed, I would like to use a mythic point.
I don't tell
think,
you.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can only use a mythic point before it's.
Sorry, what did you roll again?
Okay, I'll save it.
15.
Okay. That does fail. But that's
Yeah, you can only roll.
I'm confident.
Choose to roll mythic before
Makes sense.
it's told whether you
Makes
succeed
sense.
or not.
Yeah. Plus that adds suspense.
Dragon.
Did you
Ooh,
get
unfortunate.
all good?
I rolled 3d4 and all of them rolled 4s. Funny.
Oh, max roll.
So,
Yeah.
the dragon can just
It is
kinda
basic
eat it
reflex, so
too,
you
yes.
take 6 piercing
Okay.
damage. You take 12 piercing damage as the ground beneath you, suddenly starts shifting massively, and the glass starts swirling around you basically and cutting at your legs. It also becomes difficult terrain,
Ow. Scrumptious.
but you can interact to clear a square if you don't.
Hmm.
Then they're probably just gonna try and thwack Jolene.
Rude.
Whack the lean.
Whack the lean.
That does not hit. I'm
Thwack
telling
the
you
wheat.
right
What
now.
is it?
6.
I think you might be right.
In
I would
case
hope I'm right.
it does not hit. In case it matters, that is at least 10 below.
Yeah. I don't think it
I don't
usually
think that
matters.
hits the very base DC or AC because base is 10. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
I have
that-
the worst armor class.
So
Yeah.
And
my AC
mine's
is
a well bit over
20.
that.
So that is below a 10. I don't
Yeah.
know if that.
Yeah. They completely whiff and just slam their staff into the ground.
Hey.
Okay, and you want to try that again?
Chorus.
Silent.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Horses.
Are you gonna jump over him? Go to
Yeah.
the other side?
Yeah,
so you
she
can
wants
hit him
to
with the. Bing, bing, bing!
Yeah.
Pinball.
Like to jump.
Okay, so you're just jumping.
Yeah.
Okay.
These big jump is
Big jump.
Wind in his maw.
gonna.
Do not. I don't think he has a maw.
Can he have a maw?
A maw?
A big mouth.
Yeah.
Okay.
He does not have a big mouth.
Beast
Sorry.
of. He's not a beast of gluttony.
He looks relatively like a statue of a glass statue of a guy, except he's big and has no legs.
Michelangelo.
Without legs.
He has like a beard and everything. A glass beard. But,
Glask.
25.
okay. Yeah, you're able to.
Where did Glask
jump over
come
there.
from?
You say.
Somebody else said it that it imprinted on me. I feel like.
Isn't
I don't
it
think
from like?
I feel
What
like
is a
that would be a
10-foot
Martin
emanation?
thing to say, but
Isn't that Genshin?
10 feet out from
Because
you.
I've heard glass
it hits.
before. I've heard it
So,
somewhere.
I
I,
can
don't
double
remember
check
where.
the
I don't
areas.
either. I'll figure it out one day, maybe.
10-foot emanation would hit like bing bing there and like kind of outwards.
So if she hit here,
Glask.
That would hit probably these two. I think since Thorn's up a little bit, I don't
Fine.
That does not help.
Okay.
What is it?
What did you
I looked up Glask.
Can I?
Could
I would
she-
like to see the glass.
Completely unfathomable.
Could she hit-
It's just parrots.
Here?
Where's the glass?
I don't know what that
What?
means.
What?
if she hit here, it wouldn't be born, right?
Why is Apollo glasking?
Because it's silly.
A big thwackus.
Or something, no.
That would, if you were right here, that would hit Gorn.
Okay.
Why is every
But right
single
here, that
result
hits these
about a
two,
parrot?
not him.
Wait,
I'm-
say that again?
That is a
So
good question.
confused.
Hang on. If you want to hit these two but not him, you'd have to be here.
Oh, okay.
What?
Just hit him.
But she doesn't. No, that's against everything in her bones. Is to hurt her.
Did you
friend.
use a mythic point to jump?
Yeah.
Then I can say you just jumped there. That seems. I think I've had you jump farther before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Out of the city and all.
Straight up hopping it. Am I
Okay,
right? Let's
let's
just say the city.
Chorus is gonna do
Chorus is on that
bingle
Superman
bangle
arc.
dingle dong. Yickety doo, yickety daw.
Do you think
You
13
shatter it.
hours and 48
Yeah.
minutes is long
Okay.
enough for a road trip?
No.
How many is
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
like,
For
I
a
need
road
six.
trip? No.
I think
No,
I said that was a
I
basic
straight up, but
fortitude
I'm
save.
like, I need this
Yeah.
road trip playlist needs to be like 24 hours long. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
at least.
More than 24 hours.
Ideally, at least 24 hours, so you can have like a
At
whole
minimum.
day.
There's more
before
details
it
everywhere
loops
else.
again.
I just wrote
Yeah.
down the basics.
Yeah.
Well, 24 hours of driving.
Yeah. Before it hits you with the.
You drive.
That
for-
being said, that's if I'm driving with other people. If I'm driving by myself, chances are the entire road trip is going to be one or two songs because I'm artistic like that or something.
And
Same.
I
I
know,
have a CD,
and here-
16
no.
songs. I can play 2 of them.
Here's the thing. We're definitely gonna be looping those songs throughout the day.
Yeah.
What's your class DC?
So like, how many times are we gonna listen to Cast the Bronze
Class
in any given
DC
day?
21.
Probably once every like 3 hours.
I've listened to one song on loop for multiple days.
She's striking.
On my way to work, I
Hmm.
listened
To
to
two
the
songs.
main to 2 songs, both from Alice Madness Returns,
Oh yeah.
because Gothic
Here we
Horror.
go.
I blame you for getting me hooked on the Great Rosemi Sama one. every now and then.
That one's funny. It's
Yeah.
a good funny haha song. Good meme song.
See, I'm
Eight,
a little bit of like the
10,
opposite of I need like a break in between
17.
the songs. If I'm gonna listen to the same song, it will be like I will listen to it and then another
Boss.
song and then back to the
I don't
first
know
song.
why
and
they
then
tried
another
Dragon
song.
Head on it.
It's
They
actually
just
a
did.
guy made a glass.
They just decided that
We
a
just-
dragon goes.
I mean, and sometimes I take a
It's the
break
right
and I just
size.
Oh gosh, I
need
forgot to
Imperial
count.
March.
I did count. That's 4,
You would.
8,
Mhm.
The dragon.
2,
But before that, Battle of
12,
Heroes.
Does anyone want to
17.
know what my ringtone is?
Okay. They both
Oh
succeeded.
boy.
Okay.
Batman.
So they take-
No, actually.
Isn't it the
I feel like
Superman
that would
theme?
be a good one.
So
Be careful because copyright.
Whoa, calm down. It's okay.
I don't think you can get copyrighted for that.
I will say it is a song written by John Williams, whereas Danny
Okay.
Elfman composed the very
I believe
well
that's
known.
Is that
I thought I made
Danny
it take
Elfman
2 actions.
Okay, yeah.
Did I not?
composed the very well known
Did you write it down?
soundtrack to
He is
Batman.
I can look. I think I have it.
To Batman in 1989, directed
What I
by
have
Tim Burton.
is Sonar
Which was,
Shatter, 10
fun
for
fact,
domination,
listeners,
5d6
reason
sonic damage,
that he
critical
didn't
fail,
actually-
death 1 minute,
Different
1d4 to
Batman
use
game.
again.
Which is
Speaking
fun
of-
fact, listeners.
Pretty sure that's a 2 action.
Because
It's a 2
Tim
action.
Burton was
Alright.
directing
That's
And the
Batman.
listeners, this is like
Well,
what
it's not
having
spelled.
schizophrenia is like. 30 different conversations at the same time,
because
all of them
Tim
don't
Burton
match.
was directing Batman. He could not direct Nightmare Before Christmas. But Nightmare Before Christmas was kind of his brain child, and so that's why we say Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. But actually, the director was Henry Selick, who also directed
Hit Turton.
Coraline.
I was securing it for you.
I have yet to watch Coraline. Fun
Oh,
fact.
it's so good.
Coraline.
I have heard
The
that.
book is scarier.
Movies
I have
aren't real,
seen
'cause I
clips
don't
of
watch
Coraline.
them.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I'm now scared of the book.
Yeah,
I
you
think
only
this
watch
hand
anime.
is just gonna attack you, Watame.
You would?
That's you.
21 hit.
Yes.
Yes,
Figure.
I'm pretty sure.
2
Yes. It definitely is. You red bastard.
That does 10 slashing damage on you.
We do not talk
10?
about Xander
Yes.
like that.
Not him. The character she decided to run
Then
away.
they're probably
again.
gonna keep running and attack Jolene here.
The little sheep.
Why? I haven't even done anything to them yet.
20.
You're too big.
You're too work.
23.
Hits.
I like.
This guy's hitting.
The image?
9
You're
slashing
dang
damage.
Okay.
Okay, that is his turn though. Jolene.
Finally,
Vengeance.
thank you.
Jolene's
9?
about to hit him with the Pop Rock Express.
Okay.
Yeah, no, let's see.
Why is this over here?
I kidnapped it.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Rude.
Satisfying throw.
I like the dragon as
He looks so miserable.
Let's put him out of his misery.
No, the misery. Everybody wants to be my.
I was so off on that. God.
Yeah.
yeah.
Unfathomably.
How do I describe this? Cherry bomb
No,
to
I
the
didn't
face.
go to the Jackbox.
Yeah.
Discord.
Attack roll.
Yeah. I figure. Where is my cow dice? All right. What? I add my ranged attack to it, right?
Yes.
I don't think I've.
Forrest is gonna do some whacking with.
If
She's
you're
been waiting to
trained,
use it.
2 plus level plus dex.
Me went
I am trained in chemical bombs, which I believe this
Yeah.
counts.
Th- This would count.
Shut up.
Then salute him.
Throw him away.
Come on. What?
Throw him, he'll get stuff back at you. And then just run away.
Like, trying to. Please?
Yeah.
Do I need to call it a rat bastard for it to work?
I mean, mine started working immediately after, but that's probably coincidence.
Do it. It'll be fun.
Call it a rat gentleman.
A distinguished rat gentleman.
Call it a distinguished member of the IRS.
Oh yeah.
Yep. International Rat Society.
Good hair.
International Rat Society.
It is 11:30.
It is 11:30. Yeah.
Or.
I mean, I'll probably just finish
Yeah.
this turn order and then we'll
That's what I was thinking.
stall
Okay,
there.
okay.
Stop.
I wanted it really hard.
14.
You already did.
No,
14 to hit.
not really.
Hit?
No, 14 to hit.
14 to hit.
It does not hit.
Curses.
That would be wildly low, I see.
Yeah.
No, it's actually a crit.
Oh, wait.
His armor class is 1.
Hang on. The
He
it
just
says
has
the
a lot of
DC is
health.
20. Does that.
I'd be concerned.
Oh,
Again, I'm pretty sure that's for being deafened.
Okay.
I'd be concerned if we got a nat 1 and still
Oh, yeah, the listed
crit
DC.
something.
Yeah.
I'd be so scared.
It was a worm.
Blasting Stone
I'd be
deals
so
ballisted
flippin' scared
sonic
if I did
damage
that.
and sonic splash damage. Each creature within 10 feet of space in which the stone explodes must succeed a fortitude save,
Nat
actually.
1 critical hit.
Okay, so I'll give him a fortitude save for the splash damage, I think.
Yeah.
There.
It's just,
Something shouldn't be that weak.
it's like the pig
19.
from Terraria. It's really easy
DC
to
is
hit,
20.
but it has
Okay,
an
he takes that. What's
unfathomable
the-
amount of health.
Which one?
The pig.
He's deafened until the end of its
Vision?
next turn.
No.
Well, no, what's the
literally
splash damage? I
just
thought that's what we
the
also
pig.
did.
Oh, it's 2 sonic splash damage.
Okay. So it takes 9 damage.
From
Ooh.
Terraria?
Yes.
Right, when a pebble hits a creature or heart surface, blasting stone
I like your face.
deals the listed sonic
Can I
damage.
have it?
I think I already agreed to that a lot.
Oh yeah. Forgot.
And each creature within a 10 feet of space.
Legally calamity, but you know, that one.
What?
Oh,
Pig.
that thing.
Yeah.
Piggy.
The annoying creature.
Max. Yeah.
And since I said
2,000.
stone to the face,
It's just a normal, and it's just a normal creature. It
It-
doesn't attack you or anything.
that doesn't
It's just
hit
an
anybody
animal
else near
with
it, right?
A lot of.
I don't think so.
Okay. Because he's 15 feet tall and it's
But
a
if you
10
kill
feet.
it, you get a
evasion.
bacon. Because
Double bacon.
I mean,
Bacon.
bacon.
it might have hit.
I was
no,
making
it wouldn't
once.
have hit me.
No.
They put me in a room.
What kind of room?
Oven room.
Oh.
Oh.
An oven room with grills.
Oh,
And grills
no.
make me bacon.
Bacon. You were bacon once.
No.
Yeah.
They locked me in a room.
No,
A
stop,
grilling
stop,
room.
stop, stop.
Tell me room.
A
Put me out of my misery.
A grilling room. With
Miserable? I was miserable.
with
Shut up.
They put me in a room,
Ah,
a band
shush.
room, a band room with Imagine Dragons. And Imagine Dragons makes me crazy.
Oh, I thought you were gonna make an Imagine Dragon D's nuts joke.
What?
No. No.
Okay.
That's so much fun.
Imagine.
I now ram with my horns.
Libby?
Okay.
Eat 'em.
Another attack.
Yeah.
Just 5.
Hmm.
What if I just
Dramatic
automatically say
reenactment.
whatever I roll here I'm mythic? Unless I get a nat 20.
Eek-em bokum.
Yeah, I'm gonna mythic that.
Me when I want to mythic that.
Oh,
I haven't used any of my mythic points yet, so.
I think I've used all of them. Is this a good laugh or a
This
bad
is good.
laugh?
This is
I
good.
rolled a 19!
Mm.
Mythic.
Dang.
Okay.
On mythic.
I'm pulling up calculator.
Teeth.
plus the numbers.
Okay, so I rolled a
The
19.
teeth house.
Plus 10.
Plus my horns. I need to pull up
19, 10 plus level plus strength.
my.
19 plus 10.
Teeth house.
At least 15.
The teeth house.
And how much is it
combo.
for
The
mythic?
teeth house isn't
10
suspicious.
plus
Stop
level
asking.
plus strength.
So,
Not so
an additional 10 plus my level, which is we're
34. What's
You
your
are.
strength?
We're 5.
We're 5.
Oh.
You're 5 years old.
34 plus whatever.
And then plus my. Add my strength to it.
Yes.
Which is.
Wait, where's that 8 coming from?
What's the strength?
From that.
What's your strength?
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
What? What? Where is that coming from?
And then
Wait.
minus 5 for it's a second attack.
Wait. Is one of those?
So I rolled a 19.
Okay, yeah, and then this is.
I add my attack.
Wait. No. Okay, wait. So this is gonna be. Instead of the 8,
I'm gonna
you
watch
get.
you.
Oh, instead of the 8.
Yeah.
Instead of
Yeah,
the
no,
8,
you don't
then we
also
have.
add the 8.
Then you have a 15. You have a 15 instead of an 8.
It is just 19 plus 10 plus level plus strength.
And
What's your
then my
strength?
strength is 1.
Minus.
Minus the 5.
Is 30.
Okay. That does not crit,
Ah.
but it does hit.
Okay.
Does that do bludgeoning damage or piercing?
My horns are brawling damage.
So, what?
That's
That
definitely.
there's piercing.
That's definitely the trait that it's in.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
didn't.
I would
Almost
imagine they
certain
do
that'd be
piercing.
Yeah, they're piercing.
I imagine.
I know because I looked at them and said Chorus's horns don't do piercing damage.
Yeah.
I think so.
They don't have a
Makes
stat
you
for damage.
Sweat
If they
acidic
did do damage,
for
they would be blood
and non-conductive for 10 minutes during this time. My unarmed attacks deal an additional d4 of acid damage.
Oh wait, we should say that.
Oh yeah, 1d8 piercing
combat
plus the
since we're in
acid.
the middle of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1.
If
And,
I.
and now, just in case, I'm resistant to electricity.
What?
Yeah. If I hot glued
I'm
magical
assuming he's
swords
not a
to
vampire.
their horns.
He is not. Don't know what that has to do with electricity, but okay.
Vampires find this vinegar particularly harmful.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think he's a vampire.
Yeah,
I think he's a Kamara.
He does not have vampirism.
You charge this guy, right?
Yeah.
So there.
Bonk.
Okay, so what's that damage?
8.
What's the piercing? What's the acid? Because that does matter.
1 acid damage, 7 piercing.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Got it. Last one on the turn order, and then we'll end Maya.
Is he at least close to bloodied?
Doubt.
He's a big man.
I'd be worried if after one round he was bloodied.
That's
Yeah.
true.
He has no blood.
Yeah, not really.
He's probably
He has
dead.
no blood. How can he?
He's been injured a few times, mostly due to harm, but
I did cast.
Harmon shattered it.
Did
Pretty
decent.
I did cast harm 3 times.
But yeah,
Chorus is now
it
going
is.
to be swinging this.
If
thing.
only he failed all of his
My-
saves, it would have done so much more damage.
He is deafened.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have ears to be deafened?
He can hear.
Could hear us.
But is that a magical hearing?
He's deafened. He failed that fortitude save. Shut up.
Escape.
You automatically critically failed perception checks that require you to be able to hear.
Yeah, if he didn't.
Hey, isn't he flanked?
He would be, wouldn't
Yes.
he?
He is, yes.
Because I'm in melee range.
Yeah,
And so is Chorus.
if he didn't succeed all of his, if he didn't succeed 2 of his saves against harm, he would have taken 21 more damage.
Wow.
How mean are they feeling?
Yeah, if Rodamace would have failed all of his saves, he would have taken 63 negative. But he only took 42. So that's sad.
Yeah.
I think Maya is also going to cast harm twice on Gorn.
No, not Gorn!
I feel
Yeah,
like it makes
I think
sense.
he might have a. Has he been in Chernobyl recently? There's something happening on one side of his face.
Is that all of
Is
that?
he left-eyed?
Sorry.
Jeez, you getting a close look.
Why does that look so silly from above?
And that done. Alright, success and success.
Oh, I found a new chair.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yep. Oh no.
Oh no.
So that does.
I have all of my dice.
Oh, we're doing?
No.
Wait, what? Okay.
Okay, no, she low rolled.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
He succeeded on
I was
both and rolled
disappointed.
3 damage.
Oh.
Let's go!
I
so he
deceived
takes
you.
a total of 4.
By doing
Let's
literally
go.
nothing.
The reason why Gorn is Chorus's
Wow.
favorite friend is
Punishment
because
for
she can
your
trust him
sins.
to get hit and not die.
Then Maya will.
Say.
Does Gorn have reactive strike?
He does, in fact.
And I believe that would trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. I believe that's just
right
right
that I.
Yeah.
With reactive strike.
Oh wait, I think I
Oh,
only.
he
Oh no, I
rolled a 2.
moved.
Cringe.
Make me
Double checking.
believe
Yeah,
if you
definitely
need
was
to
not good.
confirm.
Poor Gorn. That's
No,
fine.
don't.
Okay.
So you
Cringe.
need to confirm?
Imagine
That is something I can
missing
do?
20.
Do you need to confirm that it's something I
Okay.
can do?
Yeah.
Alright, that is the end
you
of the
need to
turn
con-
order, so we will probably end there.
It is 11:40.
Yes.